Greetings, my name is Ben, aka Downsize It, and today I'm very pleased to finally introduce, for the first time on the channel, a good friend of ours, Buster, aka Banshee. Well, yes, and it's been well over a year since you played Armada.
Well over a year.
So this will be a nice reintroduction to the game. And of course, we got Social General Rob here. He'll be the guinea pig to bring all the experience he has learned over the past few months.
It's a teaching exercise.
Teaching exercise.
There we go.
Yes.
Yes. I am the Padawan.
And he is the master.
Well,
Yes.
I'm still Padawan. Maybe a rank above it, but Padawan, but whatever. How that works.
Speaking of
What?
which side am I going to play?
Yes, I actually suppose that's probably important for you to know.
Shoot.
So, you're playing the Imperials.
The Imperials.
Yes.
Imperials.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Do you know how to play the Imperials?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Oh, very good.
Right,
Glad to see
right,
that.
right.
Okay.
But what kind of force will I be?
Well, I put together, I wanted to do a force like the last Rebellion, the Rim fleet that you had.
The Rim
Just expanding it. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
But if you had lots of, squadrons and fighters and bombers and stuff.
Squadron. That's what they call the fighters in this game. Squadrons.
Squadrons. They call them squadrons in this
Squadrons,
game.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Squadrons. I think I can do that.
Think you can do that?
Yes. I
Put
think
your
I can do
parent-
squadrons.
I had a feeling you could be able to do it because you're familiar with it.
I am.
I don't know why I would think that, but you're very
I
familiar.
am.
So,
Yeah. So.
Oh, you're also going to really love this commander. Very good squadron commander as well. I know you like, Imperials and how they command their squads, etc.
Would it be Admiral Sloane?
It would be Admiral Sloane.
Oh, not
Yes.
Admiral Sloane, not again. Oh my god.
I'm being very expressive underneath this. As you
Yes.
can tell.
We are ready to obliterate the rebel incursion.
I think you are ready.
Ready? Are you sure? You're ready.
Well,
Full
as you can
self-belief.
see, even though it's been well over a year, the Banshee is back at it and ready. Imperial training has been reestablished, and the
Yes.
squadrons are ready to go. And speaking of what he's going to be commanding and what Social General Rob is going to be bringing up against him,
Yes.
coming up next, I'll be going over the fleets in mission, and then after that, you will see our deployment on a sped-up overlay while Buster and Rob discuss their strategy and tactics for the mission. For the Imperials, we have Admiral Sloane on an Imperial 1 Star Destroyer with Flight Commander, Flight Controllers, Expanded Hangar Bay, Reserve Hangar Deck, Leading Shots and Quad Battery Turrets, a Quasar Fire 1 with Flight Commander, Flight Controllers, Expanded Hangar Bay, and Reserve Hangar Deck, and a Gazanti Cruiser with Flight Commander, Expanded Hangar Bay, and Bomber Command Center. For squadrons, we have Howl Runner leading 4 TIE Fighters, 4 TIE Interceptors, and 4 TIE Bombers. For the Rebels, we have Leia Organa on an MC-80 Command Cruiser with Kirsta Agate, Boosted Comms, Advanced Projectors, Overload Pulse, XI-7 Turbo Lasers, and the Independence title. We have a CR-90A, the classic Jaina's Light with TRCs, and adding on Ahsoka Tano and reinforced blast doors. And then we have the Drunken Party Bus, Bright Hope, as a GR-75 with Torn Far, Boosted Comms, and the Bomber Command Center. For Rebel Squads, we have the Biggs Ball. We have Jan Ors with Biggs Darklighter, 4 X-Wing Squadrons, 2 YT-1300s, and 2 Z-95 Headhunter Squadrons. For missions, both Buster's fleet and Rob's fleet came in at 400 points, and so there was a roll-off, and Buster won the roll-off, and he chose to be second player, therefore giving Rob the choice of his missions. And Rob had to choose from Advanced Gunnery, Fleet Ambush, and Superior Positions. And Rob chose to go with Superior Positions, a very basic mission that everyone is familiar with. Rob has to deploy everything first, then Buster gets to counter-deploy, and for both players, if any attack attacks the aft hull zone of a ship, whether from a squad or a ship, and damage is applied in any fashion, you gain a victory token worth 15 points. So, coming up next, you will see the deployment on a sped-up overlay while Buster, aka Banshee, and Social General Rob go over their strategy and tactics for the upcoming battle. Alright, so now that you guys have seen the fleets in the mission, you're going to see Rob and Buster deploying now. I'll just be on a little overlay here sped up. And while that's going on, Rob, since you're used to this more, why don't you go to start and just go over the design of your fleet and the strategy of deployment and what you want to do for the game, that kind of thing.
All right, thanks, bud. Well, there was a couple. I think it was question MMA number 2, I think. That somebody asked what kind of build would I make for fighters. I with James Darish Madcat, he helped me make a build and explained how a Biggs build worked. Unfortunately, in that one, I just didn't do it right. So I decided to create a new one. Maybe something that would work just a little different. So I created all the, as you can see on the screen, all the squadrons there on the screen to use. Basically, they're all escorts, and except for 2 Z95s. The 2 Z95s are there to zoom in and protect if I needed to. They hit and holler. We got the Independence, which actually makes my squads go up to speed 4. Speed 4. But they cannot attack. That's the only problem. But it's great for the YT 2400s. It's great for them.
YT 1300s.
YT 1300s because they only move speed 2. So it's going to help moving them up, and it's going to help move other, up. Because, I mean, I don't go as fast as the Imperials. So the staging is going to be great. Right on top of the Independence here, we have Commander Leia. And I chose her because, and as I said in the AMA question number 3, was I think she'll make a good squadron commander in a way. Not one like Sloane, mind you. Sloane's a far better commander. But she's going to be able to activate about 5 of them. So activate them, have them send out, and do their job. Everybody else will either A, B support, or they will activate during squadron phase. Well done. The CR90 I have is with Ahsoka on it, with the Temptive. I thought I had Janus.
That's the wrong card. Look at the
Right.
top right. It's Janus Light. Right. That's what you'll see on the screen.
With Janus Light on it, that is so that she can move around and won't have to worry about obstacles at all. Get around and either snipe as much best as possible. The GR75, we got that party bus. I mean, really?
The Drunken Party Bus.
Drunken
I don't
Party
know if
Bus.
you know the story behind this, but this sat in front of an Executor Super Star Destroyer and lived. So I didn't get an accuracy with rerolls, so he was able just to scatter. So it has now become a legend. Many times it has not died
Yes.
in the face of overwhelming firepower because for some reason the accuracies just don't want to be rolled against
Yes.
that shit. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So, and I decided because Tarn actually still add on. Tarn actually looks like she's like a disco musician or MC. So I imagine like having disco on their party bus as well. So it's the disco drunken party bus, a little upgrade. So she's got boosted comms like normal and everything else is the normal stuff that she normally has. Then I have Biggs and Jan, Biggs Ball of course. I have four X-Wings, 2 Z95s, and then the 2 YT 1300s. So they'll be doing the big ball stuff. And the way I'm going to do it is basically try and stay at long range, hit them, hit the Banshee, make sure my squads are either locking him up, taking him out, and then we'll see what goes from there.
Okay, so Buster, you want to go over your fleet, even though I put it together for you. This was just me building out what you had for your Rebellion in the Rim fleet, just going from 200 to 400 points. So it would be familiar for you coming back. But if you want to just going to talk about your fleet and your strategy for the game, and
It is. It's definitely a familiar fleet, and I'm going up against one of the familiar cigar-shaped ships that the rebels fly.
Yes.
And I know that thing is a broadside beast. I am a little apprehensive about tangling with a force that includes bigs, but my goal there is to overwhelm his ability to shift damage so that it doesn't really matter. He's going to be just spreading the damage to blow up a lot of things, and if I can do it enough and fast enough, then that's not going to really be an advantage for him. It's going to help me wipe out the entire rebel force quicker. That's my goal.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works.
Try to overwhelm it.
Yeah, try to just overwhelm it. As I thought through, again, it's been a while since I played, I realized that what I really wanted to do was set up my ships more pointing straight across and then turn as I moved. That's a mistake I made in setup that we will see, because what I'm trying to do is I want him to have to turn to get into range with me so that he's not bringing his broadside immediately. That's the goal that I have here, and I'm going slow enough that what I don't want to do is have to turn away from him to keep the distance, bringing my broadside to him, which is worthless.
Right.
So that's it. So I'm going to try to overwhelm and wipe out his fighter screen with my fighters, follow it with the bombers, and then of course my big ship, the command ship for this carrier task force, is a beast in and of itself.
Yes.
It really doesn't need fighters to do the job.
Yeah, it's still a Star Destroyer.
It's still a Star Destroyer. So that is the goal, is to wipe out his fighters, come in with bombers, and then clean up with the Imperial Star Destroyer. Simple as that.
Well, we'll see how these two fleets and strategies collide, see what actually happens, because as you know, the old adage, no strategy survives contact with the enemy.
Right.
So we will see what happens. I think it is going to be a slow roll, so just so you guys know, Rob's fleet is all at 2, and Buster's fleet is all starting at 1. And so I'm predicting we probably actually won't see contact till maybe round 3 or 4. So I think we're going to see some, unless who knows, they could surprise me in playing maps. I have no idea what they're planning, and then just speed up and just jump in right away. So, but we'll see.
Well, can you go to warp during the game?
Wrong universe.
Wrong
What
universe.
did that mean? They would love to have the warp drives. They'll do instant warp in and out, as opposed to the long having to charge up hyper drives.
Right.
But anyway.
Of course, next time we play, I'll take Kirk or Picard.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah. Trust me, the Imperials could use Kirk or Picard as a commander for sure. I wouldn't mind having that as well.
Yep. Mirror, Federation forever.
Yes, exactly.
And all cons. Don't
And
worry.
that'd be con.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna have Buster and Rob playing their dials, and then we'll be back at the start of round 1. Okay, start of round 1. Let's get a little recap here. The Imperial forces under Sloane at speed 1 in a tight formation. You got the bombers here on the right flank with their interceptor escorts, and on the left flank you have Hal Runner with the TIE fighters. And meanwhile, we have Leia Organa with the rebel forces on the Independence. We have the 2 YT-1300 escorts, Biggs and Jan, X-Wings, and Z-95s. This is going to be a pretty heavy squadron game, and just so you guys can prepare for it, I'll be doing a lot of explaining off camera with the pictures, because when the squadron play gets into the mess, because most likely when Rob and Buster are doing their squads, it'll have to be one at a time, because it will make a difference in this match.
Alright, Independence is up and it's going to be moving. So it's an engineering dial. I'll be taking the token. And I'm going to be moving just speed 2 right straight forward.
There. If I can do this without...
Okay, so my first move will be the carrier, Quasar carrier, and it took a maneuver token, and forward it goes. Hey, I didn't run into my fighters. That's a good start.
That is always a good start, especially coming back after...
Alright, Terrence Light is up next with Silka on board. Alright, so we're moving up. We have an engineering dial. I'll be taking the token, of course. Sounds kind of familiar. Going forward 2, and just keeping up with the fleet.
So, next I'm activating the Star Destroyer for a maneuver token, because I'll probably be needing to adjust maneuver later in the game, and I have a feeling they'll be using squadrons the entire game. So,
Can't imagine why. All these squads on the board.
yeah, a lot of squads. So,
Alright, so now we have the drunken party bus. With the disco music. They have an engineering dial, and I'm taking a token. But unfortunately, they're going on speed 2. That means they just hit the YT 1300s. It's now the Banshee gets to move them wherever he wants to the base of the ship.
Yep, so fortunately, Biggs and Jane is blocking the worst position.
Yep.
So
and these are big, slow ships. They have to be adjacent to the ship, right?
they
Anywhere
have to
I
be
want.
touching the base. Yeah.
Touching the base. Well, I just want them further away from me and further away from Biggs. So I'll put them right here. Byzanti is a maneuver already marked, so I'll take a token and just keep them in formation. And that is all.
Okay, coming up next is the squadron phase, which we will do off camera. It's just going to be obviously just a lot of maneuvering, and I'll give a recap of where everyone went at the start of round 2. Okay, start of round 2, and as you can see, squadrons are angling towards each other. TIE bombers staying in their formation together, while Howlrunner is leading the TIE fighters and interceptors and moving in to engage. The X-Wings and Biggs and the YTs and everyone else have turned, and my prediction may be wrong, who knows. Everybody moved forward pretty quick on their squadron play, so as you can see, both fighter balls squaring off against each other.
Alright, the Independence is up. Leia says, okay guys, let's move and let's engage. So, it's a navigation dial. I take the token, and I'm moving at 2, and I'm just gonna move slowly here, just getting ready for see where this destroyer goes.
Okay, so I'm activating the carrier, activating the squadron command dial, and it is going forward. 1. And because I'm using my flight commander to then activate squadrons afterwards. Now, I'm hoping.
So get the medium range tool. It's slightly longer than distance 3. Because that's the actual range you activate by.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that it will.
Yep, you're getting your back line there.
I'm getting the back line.
Yep.
That's start. So I'm
You can
thinking.
grab one more, but the only one in range would be this bomber, and I'm not sure if you want to move your
I
bombers.
don't need the bomber ship. So what I might do on this one is just based on what's going with that. And I'm thinking ahead to the next move. I'm going to go ahead and can I take the token now?
So technically, when you reveal the command, that's when you have to decide.
It is? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And since you've already done the move,
Then-
technically you can't.
Then
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and use the squadron. Then I'm going to go ahead and activate the squadrons.
Okay, so he'll be activating these 4,
Yep.
and I'm just going to take a picture where they are now, and also the position of Rob's squads. And then I'll just. I'm assuming you're going into attack.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Well, if Butzer decides to attack, then we'll then move over to the dice tray, and I'll show you, tell you guys. So as you guys can see there, Howlrunner came up first, along with the TIE Fighter. They're not in range to attack, but it's just to get Howlrunner in range to get for bonuses for the 2 interceptors you see. So the first interceptor coming in will not have the swarm bonus for rerolls, but will have Howlrunner's bonus, so it'll get 6 dice. And it's going to be attacking the X-Wing you see directly across from it. This is the TIE interceptor on the right side.
Okay, so 6 dice. And just roll, right?
Yep. Mhm.
There's no brace or anything on that? Just...
There's no brace on it, but Rob can use Jan's brace to brace for him if you wanted to.
Okay.
That was actually a very poor roll, unfortunately.
We got 1.
1 hit, and this one does not get the swarm reroll, unfortunately.
No, but wait. I still have my Admiral.
Yes, so the rerolling crits is when you're attacking ships.
Oh.
Yeah, so when you're doing bombing runs against ships with fighters, is when you get to reroll the crits.
It just says attack. It's when attacking ships.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can use the braces for.
Yeah, but you
I can only lock down the ship I'm attacking.
Right, when you lock down the ship you're attacking.
Okay.
So unfortunately it was just one hit.
Yep, one hit.
Which then, Rob, you can choose then to reduce the damage and send it to someone else.
I will, but I'll send to a YT 1300.
Yeah.
Which one? YT in the front takes a damage, goes down to 6, right? Then the second interceptor gets 6 dice as well, but also gets to reroll 1 dice because now he gets sworn benefits from his turn.
Exactly. So we will see what happens. And they're a little bit better on the hits, but
Still mediocre, man. What is up with your
Yeah.
pilots, man?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna just
They're
keep that
imperial.
here. So we got 2 hits, and you get to reroll 1. Yeah.
there
3
we go.
hits.
There we go. Much better. So one hit can be.
All right. So and you can also choose to use Jan's brace to reduce the damage.
No.
So not gonna do Jan. Okay. And are you gonna divert 1
Yep,
damage?
divert back to. Alright, so which is the same one?
Same one. Yeah.
Then divert it over to the YT.
All right. So this X-wing takes 2, and then the YT takes 1. So that X-wing is down to 3 health, and the YT is down to 5.
Alright, so the GR-75 has now activated. Party bus says, hey boys, go take them down. So the X-Wing over there that has moved up into, right up to Hall
This
One.
X-wing was here. Yep, not locked down. Going after Howlrunner. And then he gets 2 more, because he's using Leia.
Right.
And but he's going to decide to see what happens, decide what he activates. Alright, so X-wing gets 4 dice, and he does get a reroll from Torn Far. 3 accuracies and a hit. So you're obviously going to be able to lock down
Right.
everything, and then obviously reroll the other accuracy.
Yes, please.
Alright. This is the best possible outcome. Almost best possible outcome. So Howlrunner takes 1 damage and she has to take it.
Yep.
Alright, next squad.
Next squad will be the, actually, I think I'm going to send it, no, wait, no. The X-Wing right behind the one on the middle one there, on the edge, yep.
So he's actually being locked down by this
Oh, he's been
interceptor.
knocked down?
He's a
Alright.
thin distance one. Yeah, the only ones that are free actually to
We're
move
now the last
are the
three.
Z95s,
Yeah.
Jan, and your YTs.
Okay. So the YT is going to, not YT, I'm sorry, my bad. The Z95 is going to be coming in. I'm going to try to get the Howlrunner.
Yep, they're easily.
Yep.
Okay. So 3 red dice.
Red dice, yep.
No reroll though. Just
No.
as far as blue dice only.
Alright.
A crit, and crits do not help, and 2 blanks. That was a pretty bad roll. With red dice, can be really sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
Red dice are
then-
very, very tough.
and
You're rolling as poorly as I am.
Yes. And then the next Z95, I'm guessing?
Yes, next Z95 is
Yeah.
going
Did you
in.
wanna- Okay.
Yeah. And the next Z95 doing the same thing as his buddy, getting in there to go attack Howlrunner. And 3 red dice, see if he can do better. No, actually, exact same roll. Crit, 2 blanks.
Oh my goodness.
And can you grab me the close range while we're here? Yep, that one. I want to see if he's in range to do any flacking.
Yes, I should check too.
You are not in range to do any flacking. Alright. Then just moving 2 and moving right. Close formation flying there.
Yep.
Barely missing.
Activating our Command Star Destroyer. Not to be confused with a true Command Star Destroyer.
Right? And it is a squadron command.
And yes, it is Squadron Command, which I'm going to use after movement because I have Flight Commanders.
Yep, and you get to do 5, which you're definitely in range of everybody actually. So I'll have Buster send them in, and then I'll take pictures based on what he's wanting to do, and then we'll get to the dice tray. It'd be 5. So we're doing this one at a time. So as you guys are seeing on your screen, on the far right of Buster's line, there's a TIE fighter, and it's going to the far right of Rob's line because that X-wing over there that went after Howlrunner is not in Big's range. So TIE fighters start with 3.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You are in range of Howlrunner, so you get 4, and then Flight Controls gives you 5, and you are going to get sworn benefits. So 5 dice, rerolling 1. 3 damage so far on that X-wing, and you get a reroll. Wow, excellent hit. It is no way out of range. James, way over here. One health remaining on that X-Wing.
Yep. Okay, and then
We're sending another TIE Fighter.
send another TIE fighter in.
Yep. On the far right of Buster's line there, another TIE Fighter coming in to drop that lone X-Wing. It's like in Rogue One, where it's like, Red 5, where are you going? Get back in formation. It's like, they're on me, I can't
I
get
got
out.
it there. The alliance. So I'm taking out the enemy.
Yeah.
As long as I have.
Yeah, just as long as your cardboard is fit, he's going into the debris field. As long as the cardboard is over the lip,
Yep.
you're not going to be obstructed into the. So, 5 dice again. This one actually is not in Howl Runner range. You're going to get 4 dice on this one, but you still get the reroll benefit.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. But you just need one. Barely got it, but X-Wing goes down. First casualty of this skirmish. Alright, next TIE Fighter. Where do you want to go with your interceptors?
Oh, we actually saw it. TIE fighter here. So I want to pop that TIE fighter right where that person was.
Oh, yep. So now you will have to attack the X-Wing that's on your right there, Buster, because it has escort.
Oh, gotcha.
Now, if you want to attack the Z-95, you'll just have to be sure to place it outside of distance 1 of that X-Wing.
Where we're swapping
So, you basically need to be outside of that distance to... I'm trying to see. You could actually fit in between your 2 TIE fighters right behind,
the... Oh, okay, now.
be in range of that Z-95.
Yeah. I want to drop that Z-95. And I'm definitely within range of Howler.
Yeah, definitely in range of Power Runner now, getting swarm benefits, so you get 5 dice. Z-95s only have 3 health. They're basically the Rebels version of a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
There's
And
3.
got it. Z-95 goes down. Alright, now we have 2 interceptors left to activate.
There's 1. Now these go 5, so they go basically anywhere I want.
Yeah, we have maximum flexibility. Want to just double check. Yep, interceptors coming in also on the right side of Rob's line, trying to pick off that other Z-95 staying out of range of the X-Wings that are giving escort.
I think I'm right at the edge.
Yeah, then
I think it barely touches, so
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes.
Well, you're distance 5, right?
Yeah.
Or range 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get up like so, and that's definitely out of range.
I did, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the benefit of
It won't
Speed
be out of
5.
range of Howlrunner, though.
You will be out of range of Power Runner if you move out, I think.
Actually, not.
Hope to Again, I always forget, and I have to remind myself, and that distance 1 is further than you think.
Yeah.
Well, let's remind ourselves.
So I'll remind yourself that distance 1 is further than
So
you think.
trying to close down that last.
Yeah.
There's
United.
3 of them, and
Ooh,
there's
not a
1,
good start.
and 2.
2, and you get a reroll with Swarm.
Yeah. 3.
Got it, barely. That Z-95 was juking and jinking.
Yep, he was trying. And then last, and certainly not least, I hope, these guys.
Alright, last type interceptor is still staying on the right side of Rob's line. Coming in to, looks like, attack the X-Wing that's on 3 health.
Yep.
And you're in range of Swarm and Howl Runner, so 6 dice with a reroll.
Yep. So, okay, good dice. Come on. Half of you ought to be hits.
Man, that is...
2 hits and a reroll here.
Actually, I don't even know why this is...
Oh, those are...
That was Howl Runners.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's Runners. Says music. Ah, okay, well, 2 hits.
2 hits.
Just can't kill it. I'm sure one's going to go somewhere.
Nope.
Biggs will pass it off to that YT.
Alright, yep, the same YT has been taking it, so that X-Wing goes down to 2, YT goes down to 4. Alright,
Yep.
just to show you guys where everybody went, and just kind of to recap of the order that happened, we had this fighter came in first, then this one, and they took out the X-Wing. Then this fighter was able to get into the Z-95 without being locked down. Interceptor finished off the other Z-95, and then this interceptor came in. Still working on this X-Wing. It is basically working in conjunction with this YT as far as passing off damage.
Extended its shields.
Yes, shield extension. Wait, that's a Star Trek thing. What's going on here?
Alright, Janice Light is up. She's with Leia's help. She's jumped up from speed 2 to speed 4.
He's using a navigate.
You navigate that. And we're going up and around the dependents here. See if we can get in there. Go.
I have squadron, and it is going to go ahead and move first since I do have flight commanders. Staying in formation, bold formation. So there's one thing Imperial pilots know, it's how to stay in formation.
Stay in formation. Yes.
And then it's going to activate the bombers, not to do any attacking, but just to move 3 of them about.
So go and check the range. You're going to be.
And it's going to be close though. It's
Gonna be close.
It's range 3 right.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not going to activate the bombers. So yeah, it's just wasting that.
Just like Imperials wasting their commands,
Wasting
right?
their
Yeah.
commands, that's right.
All right, so we are going to be going to the squad phase. Buster's bombers are the ones that have to move on his side. I'm sure he'll just be moving and not engaging.
Yes, yeah. I'll actually be moving closer to back
To command. Yep. So I'll show you where that goes at the start of round 3. But for now, Rob's got several attacks. Now his X-wings get to start doing some shots back at the interceptors that are in range. All right, we're starting with the X-wing that's on 2 health. He is attacking the TIE interceptor that's directly in front of it. That's the interceptor in the middle. And he is in torn far range. 2 damage so far. And then reroll 1 with torn far. Nope, so, and then Buster, you get 2 dice back for, actually, you're in Howlrunner range, so 3 dice back for Howlrunner. For counter.
Good. And get 1.
And you get to reroll with Swarm.
Oh, that's right. Got him!
Well, he could choose to transfer with Biggs.
Yep.
And I do.
So he takes 1, and then the same YT
Yeah.
takes 1, and then your interceptor takes 2, Buster.
And that's this one here or this one here?
That one there, the one on the left that you were pointing at. Yeah, there you go.
What's that white doing?
YT's down to 3. All right, next squad.
Next go to the one next door to it, to the, yep, right there. It'll be attacking the same interceptor, actually.
See if he can kill it.
Yep,
So-
take the one out of there.
4 blue with reroll. Got it.
Yeah.
But you still get to counter
Yeah.
with Howlrunner benefits.
And nothing, but I get to
Reroll
reroll.
Swarm. Yep.
1, which can be transferred.
Yep. He can take it or he can transfer it somewhere else.
Can you transfer it to the back, White?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's in range.
Alright, so they'll transfer to the back.
And this one, wait a second.
That was
This
this
one
one.
I'm attacking.
Yep. Yep. Now, I'm going to grab the distance 5, see if you're in range of your reserve hangar deck. I think you're outside of range.
Oh, is it anything with swarm?
Yep. Yep, not quite in range. So reserve hangar, they couldn't get orders in for the
Alright,
reserve
so
hangar. Who are you activating next?
That would be, let's see now, what the rank? So everybody else is locked down, is that correct? Except for Jam.
So the X-wing that you guys are seeing that's in the back on the right is locked down by the interceptor on the right. Biggs is being locked down by the interceptor directly in front, barely.
Mm-hmm.
Jan and the 2 YTs are not locked down, but they are not rogue. So
Okay.
they can move but not attack.
Correct. So I'm gonna have the X-wing right behind the one that's about dead.
Yep.
It's gonna attack that interceptor right there.
Okay. So you
I
attack
believe
the
it's in
interceptor.
range.
It's in range, yeah,
Alright.
barely. So 4 blue
Mm-hmm.
and torn far range. Only 1 damage. Maybe get a second one. Yep. So 2 damage, and you are in Howlrunner swarm range. So you get to attack back. This will be on the back X-wing there. I don't use it that often, but Howlrunner with counter is very effective.
Yep. 2 hits.
Ooh, 2 hits, and you are.
I don't
Nope,
think
you're not
there's
swarming.
anyone else.
Yep.
Yeah, there's 2.
Yeah, so just 2.
2 hits.
Okay.
So you want to just transfer 1? Or?
I do, and I'll transfer. I believe I can transfer to the back one. I believe. The back by TN.
Yep, you can. So that YT goes down to 5. That X-wing goes down to 4. Okay, then Biggs.
Biggs must be range of somebody who's been locked down.
Yeah, it's just the interceptor on the far left on your screen, guys, is barely in range of Biggs.
And it's full health, correct?
Yes, 4.
Alright, then we'll attack it anyway, so.
Alright, Biggs. 4 blues with the
But
reroll.
he cannot, he reached the one that's been wounded.
No.
Okay, just check it.
2 damage so far.
Reroll.
Then Torin. Got him.
Got him.
Yes. Well, you get a
And you get to
counter.
attack back. Yes. He was in Howrunner range, but not Swarm range, so no reroll.
And one hit back.
1 hit back.
Which I'll transfer to the lead back. Like
YT. Now these YTs are basically just these are cannon fodder.
Yep,
basically.
They're my shield maidens.
Right, so now you've got the rest of it's going to be movement, Jan and the YTs, and then technically all of us as bombers would have been alternating, but it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So I'll just show where they move at the start of round 3. Hey, start of round 3. The Imperial command ships still staying back. The bombers moved back to get within range of the Gazanti light carrier. And as you guys can see here, the remaining Imperial and Rebel forces are all right in each other's faces. Jan stayed where she was, and the YT's just positioned to get in range of all the other escorts so they can do maximum damage absorption. Yes.
Alright, Independence is up. And we're at the squadron command dial. We will be using it. And actually, I get for 5 squadrons to activate. I'll be activating one at a time for this one. And I'll be sending the X-Wing closest to you in front of the whole entire pack towards Hull Runner.
Yep. So we're going to start here, but I'll just describe where they're all going.
Actually,
One thing we forgot is that Jan has intel, so this entire ball here has grit. So in order to be locked down, they need to have 2 squadrons engaged with them to lock them down. So he's able to move freely right now to go where he wants to attack. So I'll take a picture here of this little ball here and describe as best I can who's going where, because we do need to do this one at a
Alright,
time.
so you can see that we're activating the first X-Wing over here.
Yep, it's the wounded one. So it's the one on your screen there, has 1 health. He's on the upper left of the screen that you're looking there. He's just slightly moving forward, so he's still in range of Biggs, but now in range of Howrunner. Trying to take Howrunner out.
We're gonna try.
And also still in range of Torn Far. So 4 blues with the reroll.
Nice.
That's exactly what you needed. Wow, you got perfect rolls against Howrunner. double hit both times.
Good shot.
Yeah, she doesn't counter anything, so that's a force multiplier taken out there.
Alright. So next, I'll be moving the... let's see how I want to do this. Get the counter guys up front. So... I'm going to move the back X-Wing, one closest to my side of the board.
So this will be on the right side near the YT-100 that you guys are looking at. So where's he going? Yes, 1 health there.
Okay, good, right there. He will be going after him, actually.
So the TIE Interceptor, that was a forward. There's 1 health left.
Yep.
Staying within Biggs range as well.
Okay. And within Torn Far, that might be different.
I'll make sure he's in Torn Far range.
Right.
In range of everybody. Keeping the benefits all together.
That's right.
So this is 1 hit. Got it. Wow, really got it. They get counter 2 back now since Howrunner died. You are getting a swarm benefit though, because you got another interceptor in range.
2 hits back.
2 hits back.
So one I'm sure is...
One's going to be transferred over to the back. Yep.
Okay, so the back YT also takes damage.
This thing's dead, right?
Yep, that one's dead. Slowly picking away at this big ball, but also attrition on the Imperial fighters. Alright, so next activation, 3rd activation.
Would be the one that's, okay, so this is going to be a little tricky here. I think I'm going to be coming out of Torn Far's range now. I'm going to try my best. So, the one up front of Biggs.
Yep.
I'm going to see if I can take it. This is going to be painful. I think I have to do this. Take him, and he's going to go full throttle, basically, and go right in between all of those squadrons.
Yes, 1 health, Rob. Good to see you.
Yeah, 1 health. Well, I need to lock them down.
Okay, so this X-Wing with 1 health, I forgot that's what's the counter that he took. He's going right into the midst of everybody. So locking everybody down. And who does he want to attack?
The TIE, question, TIE fighter, closest to Buster right now?
That's three,
Right there.
three,
Yeah.
three.
All the fighters have full health.
But they don't have counters though, right?
No, TIE Fighter.
Except for the Interceptor. So he's gonna go after the TIE Fighter closest to him. Yep, right there.
So this will be left front, as you guys are looking on the screen there. This X-Wing coming in. He gets 4 blue, but no rerolls. He's out of Torn far range here.
Yep.
2 damage. So TIE Fighter goes down to 1. Not dead yet.
Not quite dead yet.
Alright, you get 2 more activations.
Yes. And I think they're actually going to be Jan and Biggs. I think I'm gonna move Biggs up only between the 2 X.
Just a minute.
Yeah. And then I'm.
Is he going to attack?
There's no hollow runner, but you get a count of 2.
Yep.
2, yeah.
And it would just be 2, no reroll.
Yep. Biggs is full health.
Yep, I think Biggs is going to try for the Interceptor.
So Biggs is moving up barely in range of the Interceptor.
But he does have the assist as well.
Yep, he has the assist, and he also has Torn far range. So it's a full health Interceptor. 2 hits, and a reroll. 3 hits, and yep, and counter 2 back.
Got all the interceptors. And 1 back.
1 back at Biggs.
Which he'll transfer to the
Which YT?
YT back to what's closest to me.
Okay. Alright, so 1 YT's on 2, the other one's on 3, but they're doing their job here. Alright, then you get 1 more activation.
The other activation is I'm going to move the. And I don't think anybody else can. I mean, I can get people to attack, of course. But so I think what I'm going to do instead, just to help out the rest of the squad, is move that YT that's on the asteroid. Move that. No, I bet no, I just wasn't. No, it's Buster season. I'm going to move Jan right behind Biggs.
Okay. Very good. That's a very effective squad phase. Squad
I am
command.
moving up now. I'm going at speed 2. I do a little maneuvering here. Hopefully not hitting the party bus, but I did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So
So
you go back 1, right?
you go back 1, but now you're going to ram Janus Light. So actually, Janus Light and Leia take 1 face down each because you go to the
Is that how that
1.
works?
Yep.
Yeah.
You
I've never seen that.
yeah you figure the one that's the least the furthest back on the tool as you go back, the last one that you hit. So unfortunately, the navigator apparently was having some on the Independence was having some drinks as well.
So I had a squadron on the token, or no token, but a squadron, and I used a token for the move.
Yep, you had a nav token going up to
And that's
2,
going to allow me to go up to 2 on my speed.
trying to get in
And
range.
trying to get on range, but I don't know if I made it. That's still, for 3 is it's medium range, right?
Medium range, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm still going to be out of range. So, yeah, out of range. Out of range, yeah. So, that's it for that one.
Alright, so now we got the drunken party bus with disco music going on. It is going to be, it's a squadron command first of all. It moved the 2 YTs on either side of Janus. And now it is going to be moving, and hopefully let's see how the drunken pilots do today.
Just short.
Well, that's why I
Okay,
got
so I have squadron activation for the token. I'm going to take a token for that, use my maneuver token to increase my speed up to 2. And now the question I have when I do this is, did I want to go ahead and do a turn here right at the end? If I do that, will I swing into my...
Your butt might swing into the corner of the quasar
Yeah, it's
if
gonna
you
be
just
really close.
if you just turn at the end.
Yeah, so, but I don't really want to turn twice. So I'm going to go ahead and take that risk. And, it is an Imperial ship.
Yep.
And,
So go ahead and lock it in.
we will lock
And,
it
uh,
in, and we will
and we'll
see
see.
what happens. Survey says, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Oh, barely missed.
Oh, Imperial flying
Imperial
and success.
Imperial precision
Yes.
flight.
Yes.
Go there.
And that's how it's done, Rebel Scum.
So Janus Light is up next, and Ahsoka decided that she's going to go up They take a little sharp. They're gonna take a sharp turn, not a sharpest, but a sharp turn.
What's the command?
The command is a navigation dial, and I am not using the whole entire navigation. The navigation token just go off. Just not use it.
So revealing, I've got a squadron. I'm going to keep it. I might use it, might not. And I'm going to use my maneuver token to accelerate to speed 2. And my goal is to stay right there and hopefully, again, that's going to be close.
That is going to be close.
But
You're like, the Imperials are wanting to really show up this close range maneuvering.
yeah,
They're like, look, we can do it, but do
locking
it better.
it in, locking it in. The crowd
Goes wild.
goes wild.
Yeah, the shield dial just barely got past the corner.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that's position flying yet
That
again.
is how it is done. Now with that, the bombers are within range, and
You can get 3 of them.
yeah, and I will maneuver them. And I think I will go ahead and do a bombing run on the small cigars.
Yeah, we'll try to see if let Buster do some maneuvers, see if he can get the position he needs to get some, maybe if he can get the range he needs onto Bright Hope, just to maybe give a Okay, so as you guys can see here, Buster, they couldn't quite get in range, so they're just going to stage and just maneuver like so. And we're actually in the squadron phase now. It's just Buster's squads have left to go, so they're all just getting final positioning. But over here, we have the remainder of his fighters, which are all the 4 TIE fighters, and they are in range of this X-Wing, not in range of this ball, so this X-Wing only has 1 health left, but he's in range of Biggs. So it actually could take more than, he needs 2 damage to be able to drop that X-Wing, and then he can
have
maneuver
range
that.
here.
Yeah, we might have to measure that. That's going to be close. Oh, you do?
Yep.
Yep. So he actually has range in the 2 X-Wings with on 1 health.
Yep.
So maybe try to even the odds a little bit more after the devastating losses of the interceptors.
Yeah, it's got a good shot. Right?
Yep, he does. So the TIE fighter, in the debris field shooting at the X-Wings is on the far right of your screen there.
And he's got 2.
Got 2, so he'll die, and then you
So
can.
you're not going to shift anything.
You don't. You sure don't want to do that, Rob? Transfer the damage. He's dead anyway. No, okay.
I could use. No, I can't. I was thinking about using Jan, but I can't use Jan.
Yeah, he was out of range of Jan. You
Right.
could have used Jan to
Right.
save him, but he was
That
out of
would save
range.
him.
Yeah.
Now, how would Jan save him?
So he would use Jan's brace to 1, and then transfer that 1 damage to another X-Wing to not kill it.
So this one here.
This one,
actually
yes,
has a chance.
you actually need 3 damage to get
3 damage
kill
to
him.
get
Yeah.
So, or hopefully I can transfer some damage.
Yes, or transfer some damage
Hopefully I
around.
can transfer
Yeah.
some damage around.
Mm-hmm.
So here's 3 shots from that one.
Yep. So this
No
is the
reload.
typewriter on the left. Yep. No smoke.
And I got 2.
2.
So is he going to brace down to 1 and transfer it?
Yep. It's down to 1.
Okay, so use Jan's brace, and who's he transferring to?
Transfer it to. All right. So let me see. It looks like the top one is.
This one has 2 and this one has 3.
3. So we'll do the 3.
So the white team with 3 health goes down to 2. And then the other 2 TIE fighters in the back will just have to move. They are not in range to do any attacks. And I'll just show you where Buster moves those at the start of round 4.
First half was supreme piloting by the Imperial.
Yeah, supreme piloting of the Imperium. I mean, you look at this. Look at this formation still going here. Right here. Nice and tight, close formation. And then look at this. The pickle got bounced back. But of course, that was done on purpose. Right, Rob?
Yes, it was.
Totally on purpose. Yes, okay. And we see here the attrition that has happened on both sides, squadron-wise. Both sides, for effect, doing what they're kind of wanting to do, but high attrition. But now the big guns are now getting in range. The latter half of this battle, we are going to see the turbo laser batteries opening up for sure.
All right. Just like moving forward. Ahsoka has decided that this is it. She can't wait anymore. Snip. All right. So we move forward. I'm clicking at the full.
What's the command?
I'm sorry. Thank you. The command is concentrate fire. I will be discarding the engineering token that I put on it, and be taking the concentrate fire token instead. And I'm now.
Like so, and getting outside the front arc. of the Star Destroyer.
Okay, so I'm activating the carrier, squadron command. I'm going to move and then move the ship and then move the squadrons. And here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and do put one click so it can turn with the rest of the fleet. And I don't know how I'm going to.
If you do that, you might hit one of your TIE fighters.
I think I'm going to hit it either way.
Yeah, we can just eyeball that.
Yeah, well,
Luckily, you can command it after.
Yeah, if you want to do that, you won't. I don't think you'll hit this one if you turn.
because there. No, I might not hit him. Either.
It'll be close.
I'll go straight
Yeah.
because it doesn't really matter if he turns. So he's going straight.
Yeah.
And definitely that's not good. Now, which one am I?
Make sure we're locked in on the actual tool, though. You're actually further back than you thought. Yeah, you're actually clear.
I'm clear. So
Yeah, that shield out, there's actually barely a gap there between the shield.
okay, well that's I'll take that. Yay! Another magnificent, lucky Imperial flying.
Yes.
And then
It's all skill. You gotta say all skill.
all skill. That's right.
Alright,
Skill
so now you
Imperial
should be in
flying.
range of just about anything you want to grab.
Wrong thing. I need to use this medium range tool, right?
Yep. And you can grab 5.
And so all my fighters there, and
A couple bombers if you want to
I
grab
could
a
grab
bomber.
bombers if I wanted
Yeah.
to, but I think I'm going to go ahead and shoot first and try to eliminate that stuff.
Alright,
That's
so
out
I'll
there. So-
let Buster do his movement. I'll take a picture and describe to you guys where these fighters are going. 4 dice.
Four dice.
So we got one of the TIE fighters on the station is going to the far right of Rob's Biggs ball, attacking the X-wing that's on the right side. Getting 4 dice because of flight controllers. And not in swarm range, so the other fighter's on it. But you didn't need it.
Yep.
3 damage.
Yeah.
That will kill him, Rob, unless you choose to do some shenanigans.
No, I'm gonna do shenanigans. Me taking. Okay, so first of all, 3 damage is on what? How much
Here.
damage is on?
He has
3.
Right,
Yeah, so he's gonna die if you don't do anything.
Right. I'm just checking. I'll make sure. So I'm going to use one of Jan's bracelets.
Okay.
So Jan will brace it down to 2.
Yep. And then I'm going to transfer over one of those damages from him to one of these white
They're
teeth.
both
Both
at
the
2.
same.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's go the one towards the bombers up there.
This one.
Yeah, so the white T that's closest to your screen is down to 1 health remaining, and the X-wing is down to 2 health remaining.
Yeah.
This squadron formation is still effective even after this. This was way back at the beginning of Armada. The Biggs ball was a thing, and it's still a thing. It's still very effective.
And this one activates.
Yeah, the other TIE fighter on the station coming over to go after the same X-wing. It looks like.
Yep.
Yep. And you will get swarm benefits on this one because your buddy's there.
But I'm still out of range of any other.
And you might be in range of Biggs. So
It's going to be close. Yeah, it might be. Okay. And then.
you get 4 dice
4 dice again.
with the reroll with swarm.
And 3.
Wow,
hits again.
3 hits again, and you get to reroll that accuracy.
Yeah.
Because you can't stop Jan's brace, because that's not who you're attacking. But still just 3 hits.
Yep. Doesn't really matter. 3 or 4 is the same.
Yep.
You can do the same thing you just did.
Yep.
Should have
2. Same one he just attacked.
I'm-
Yep.
Same
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
You can do the same thing.
The only way for him to survive is you to do a Jan brace and transfer the damage.
Right.
Otherwise he's dead.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
But I know he has more out there, so he only has 2 more out there to do. No, I'll spend Jan's brace.
Okay, so brace to 2.
2, yeah. And I'll put 1 on the other YT.
Yeah.
So both white T's at 1, and that X-wing at 1. Just all incredible amounts of damage that are just being absorbed and soaked. So much. I mean, this is a 3 health X-wing that just took basically 6 damage. That it's still not dead.
Still not dead.
Alright.
Okay. So, with that done.
Yeah, he's actually, so just so you guys know, the 2 generic X-wings are at 1 health, the 2 YTs are at 1 health. Jan and Biggs are still at full health.
Is this one locked down?
He is locked down by that X-wing.
Yeah, but this
yes.
one's not.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, let's see the one that's locked down.
Try to drop his X-wing he's engaged with.
Yep.
Just need need 2 damage, actually.
Right, yes.
Or actually need 3 damage.
And what's 4 dice then, right?
Yep, need 4. That's right, need 3 damage because Rob could burn a Jan brace down to 2 and then transfer.
Well, no. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you do 2
I need
damage,
3 damage.
you need 3 damage to get the kill. Yeah.
and
We
I
got
got 2.
2.
So what's he do with it?
Let me see if you're in swarm range here. You do have a buddy.
Okay.
Yep.
Got 3.
Got the 3.
So you would just let
Do
it
you
happen?
want to burn the brace and do you want to waste? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
So that takes
You wanna waste?
Do you want to waste Jane's brace and transfer damage?
And
I just think that's incredible that you need 3 damage to do 1 damage.
yep.
Yeah, this is such an effective,
Mm-hmm.
build.
It is indeed. So. Where'd the
Oh,
one?
sorry.
Because I'm right out of range here, right?
Oh, and Buster, by the way, this TIE fighter then can move after you shot.
Oh, I can.
Because you can shoot and move, and now he's no longer locked down yet. So he's going to send that TIE fighter back to the station to heal,
Yep.
since he was no longer locked down.
Oh, he heals immediately?
Yep, as soon as he lands.
Did not know.
Yep.
That's huge. Okay. This one's gonna sneak up in there to a
And that's-
position that's only.
And so this is the TIE fighter that's on the debris field, as you guys are looking on the screen there, and he's going after the far right X-Wing. That's 1 health remaining.
Yep.
And again, same thing, going to be 3 damage to get through Jan's brace and the Big's damage explosion.
And I get
2,
but I
you
get
got a swarm, you've got some buddies. Can he do it?
And it had a 50-50 chance. Got
I
it!
did, alright.
No, I don't.
Now, you don't want to burn
No, I don't.
a brace? No, you sure? Okay, alright.
Okay.
Yep, and then did you want
I
to
got
grab a
one more.
bomber?
Yeah, I think I do want to grab a bomber.
Alright, so 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I'll take a new picture because this is going to be off screen. Alright, so you got a bomber coming in, going in to do a bombing run into the aft of Jaina's Light, just to take advantage of the mission of superior positions.
Yep.
So you get 1 black dice and get a reroll because you are in range of bomber command.
Black
And here's
dice
the defense
with
tokens.
reroll. And we'll see what happens. It's
Hit
a
crit.
Hit crit. Sweet, about as best as I can do.
Yep, so now Ray to, alright, so reroll. So I'm going to reroll that Buster.
Now reroll it.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this now, but evades will get close range now.
Yeah.
The rules
Oh, they
changes
do?
that happened back in December. Yep.
Oh.
So
So he has
he-
2 evades?
Yep, so
But I
evades are
can't-
far more effective now.
But I can-
Nothing.
Oh.
But I get a reroll, right?
Nope, because your rerolls happen during the attack step,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go into spend defense token step, and you no longer can adjust dice after that. So,
Okay.
And when you get hit crit, why would
Yeah.
you want to reroll that?
yeah. So it was, Jaina's Light was able to juke just out as the bombs
That makes
go.
those
Yes.
real hard.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also, with evades, the change that happened is that if you're being attacked by a ship larger than you, you can discard it to get double the effect.
Mhm.
So,
Nice.
evades have really helped small ships survive
Yes.
better than they
Alright.
used to.
So the drunken party bus is up, and is a squadron command, and she's activating 3. 3. She can only activate. So she is going to be activating the bigs right here,
So starting with Biggs, coming over here, and then after that, I'll just describe where they go.
and so we'll see what happens with bigs does after he fights territory.
Alright, starting with Biggs, it's going to be 4 dice.
Yep.
It's going to be on the TIE fighter on the far right, I'm guessing?
Yes, he's out of range, unfortunately. It's hard.
Yep, out of range of 2 and 4, unfortunately. This will be straight up. 3 damage, exactly what you needed. If TIE fighter goes down.
That's what I can do, right? Which
Yep.
one was it again? This one?
Yep, that one. He's in range of the Quasar's reserve hangar deck, so that TIE fighter can come back on 2 health
Within one
of the Quasar. Yep, and that reserve hangar deck then just taps it or discards whatever.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, so then who are we doing next, Rob?
Quasar.
I think we're going to be doing the
Three blue for Jan and the white tees.
Okay. So we'll send the white tea in next.
Thank you, sleep face down.
Actually, can the white tea first away from Biggs? How can he get? Okay. So he's gonna get within 1 of that TIE fighter. That's straight in front of Biggs.
Okay, so the next one on the right. 3 blues. 2 damage. Unfortunately, no reroll.
Nope.
And then you want the other TIE fighter, just YT to move up to take it out?
Yes, I do.
Alright, LYT comes up, just needs 1,
Mm-hmm.
and gets it, and then let's measure real quick. Buster
Yeah.
is in range of the Star Destroyer, reserve hangar deck. Oh, he is,
Easy.
yep. So that TIE Fighter is also res. So both reserve air decks have been used. Alright, Hope is not in a good spot, but they're the drunken party bus, so they like flirting with Star Destroyers. We'll see if the flirting has consequences this time.
Right.
Or not. Okay. So,
Where do I want to
whenever
keep
you're
it?
ready.
I can't keep it. Oh, I can keep. Can I have a second token of that?
No, you can't have two tokens of the same type.
Okay.
So it is a squadron command. This is the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
And Buster's deciding if he wants to use it for the bombers, or I'm guessing save it for the Gazanti to do the activation.
I mean, I don't think it matters.
Well, you can do it after. You don't have to do it.
Yeah, you can choose after you do your
Right.
Star Destroyer attacks if you want.
Yeah,
as
we'll
well.
see where it goes.
Hey,
Anyway.
it's all done, honestly.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, I'm not going to do it first.
No. But no, it's that stupid rebel thing. I mean.
Oh, will it be a straight shot like a straight? Okay, well, I guess let's just do one at a time. Okay, do we want to start filming?
Yeah, we're filming now. We're just
Okay,
talking this out. So, yeah.
So I went ahead and I activated the Star Destroyer. It's a squadron, and I'm going to keep that squadron as something to use since I already have a squadron token. I can't take two of those. First, I will shoot. And I'm going to use the forward arc shot on these two cigars that are swimming around in front of me.
Yeah, so this will be medium range shot, and then he has Bright Hope double arc out the side, but depending on how it goes, he might want to shoot at Jaina's light. So, because he does have Jaina's light. All right, starting front to side into Bright Hope, medium range. 3 red, 2 blue.
Okay.
That's a really good shot.
Yeah. Don't know if there's anything I want to do with it.
Yeah.
Because I give up a hit to reroll a red.
Right.
And what's it?
So you'd obviously want to stop the scatter.
Yeah.
Then he could spend this to force you to reroll 1 or burn it to force you to reroll 2. There's no cancellation at medium range, it's still rerolling.
So this is locked in. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you want to lock down the scatter.
Yeah,
So that he
do
can't
that.
just negate the damage.
Right. Yeah. So that locks that down, and so then I either use this to reroll this.
Yeah, you got blanks on there. So
Yeah.
it's,
Now you have blanks. Now the question I have is, what do I need to take that thing out?
you don't have enough yet because Bright Hope reduces damage by 1 when he takes damage.
Mhm.
So you need 4 damage total to kill him. With Bright Hope, you need 5 damage.
Okay. And right now he can force me to reroll a die.
Or reroll 2 if he discards the
Sure,
evade.
which-
Yeah.
Probably would have. He can pick which ones to reroll.
Right. Which obviously will be the double for sure.
And at that point, then I can't do anything.
Yep.
So bird in the hand or 2 in the bush here. I think half a dozen one, 6 the other actually.
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and burn a hit to reroll a red.
Might get another accuracy or even get another double.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Accuracy would be sweet.
Yeah.
The double would be sweet too. Well, take another hit.
Same difference.
Yeah. So there we go.
All right, so Rob,
Okay, so if I burn the
you force him to reroll 2.
what's my roll to, huh?
Which could be the reds because there's the blanks.
Yeah, but also could go into doubles.
Right. So this is actually smart. I'm gonna just evade 1 and have him roll the blue.
Reroll
Not
blue.
the oh, okay.
Oh wait, the double. My bad. No, the double.
Yeah, I was about to say, Rob.
The double.
Like that die can't get any worse.
A crit.
All right.
No, good.
All right,
Okay.
so first off, Bright Hope, since it's into the side, reduces 1 damage,
Yeah.
and then he takes 1 damage on the shield, and then first damage he takes is face up because of the crit.
Right.
So the damage that is taken,
It's
it's faulty countermeasures. You cannot spend exhausted defense tokens, so this right now is useless for the rest of the round
right.
because it's exhausted.
Almost every pair that's okay.
So now, Buster, did you want to do your side shot
Nice.
into Jaina's life or into Bright Hope?
I want to use a side shot into.
CR90?
Yep.
Alright, so you get 2 red, 2 black, and a blue because it's going faster than you with your quad battery
Yep.
turrets.
Which also gives me the chance to roll the blue
For rerolls, yeah. That's why I love quad batteries with leading shots. It gives you the potential rerolls.
And it's right on the nose.
Yep.
Don't miss, gunners. And they don't miss.
Oh, that's a fantastic
Wow.
shot.
Oh my.
Sorry, Rob.
Wow.
This is
Yeah. Okay.
So this is his defense tokens. So
Right.
Well, this is just a.
This does some redirect damage to other shields.
It's another shield, just adjacent shields. Though, right?
Adjacent shields, yeah.
Well, he's got a lot of shields, but he can only do it once. If he burns it, he can do it twice.
No, not with the redirect. The burning thing is for the evades only.
Okay.
Right.
So
So I want to lock down the evade, I think.
stopping his green one.
Oh, he has one that's spent. Yes,
Yeah.
I want to stop his green one. Yep.
Okay.
So, and there we go.
Okay. I'll burn my evade.
Okay. So what is he re-rolling?
Force you to roll. I'm gonna force you to roll the black when the black hit crit.
This one.
And
Okay.
since you're burning this, you can do another one if you want.
Right. And I was trying to. And the other one, I'm gonna have you. Both colors are very, very
Risky to
dangerous.
re-roll right
Yeah,
now.
they are. They're very, very, very risky. But I think I will go with the black. With the black one as well.
And the black. Okay. Okay, let's go 4 hits, crits, and the other. Nope, 2 hits. So.
So 4 damage.
4 damage.
Okay, and that's where you're
Okay.
at.
I'll redirect.
Okay. So which side do you want to redirect to?
I will redirect Nancy's.
Port or starboard?
Thinking, let's see, either way. I'm gonna go to port side just because
Port side. So front shields and port shields are down.
yeah.
All right. Now for the 3 bombers. What you want to tell us when you're sending them? You actually have quite a few options now.
I do have quite a
So-
few options. So I just need one more hit to drop the flotilla.
2 more.
2 more.
Now on the side,
Oh, because
just,
of that.
and just so you know, for Bright Hope, if you stack the front and sides, that's what reduces damage. If you attack Bright Hope in the back, it does not reduce damage.
Oh, which one's Bright Hope?
That's the flotilla.
The flotilla? That's where I'd like to go.
Yeah. So if you send them into the back, it won't get Bright Hope benefits. But you still need, it still has 2 hull left and 1 shield on the back.
So I
you
need 3.
3 total damage getting through.
Yeah, 3 total damage.
Now, just so you know, he has scatter, and you have no way to lock it down with black dice.
Right.
But you could force him to burn through the scatter as you're attacking
Right.
the aft section of
Now the
his.
other person has used everything, or is that a green? That's a green evade.
That's a green evade, yeah. So he could still force you to re-roll if you go after the CR90.
Yeah. So he could do 1 reroll, then he could burn the reroll,
Yep,
and then he could shift it to a shield
yep.
and burn that. Wow. Yeah, that's nasty. Yeah, either one is looking not good. And of course the scatter just
Just
negates all
negates
the
damage
damage.
completely. And it also means that you won't get victory tokens.
Yeah.
Like if you go into the back of Bright Hope and he scatters it, no damage was done, so
Right.
you don't get the victory token.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the victory points. I'm going to use the smart gamesmanship on this one.
Going in the
And-
back of CR90?
Yeah, going back.
Alright, so bombers are going to the aft to the CR90. That still has a shield there.
Mhm.
And Rob still has 2 shields on the starboard he can redirect to. So first bomber coming in,
Okay, that's just 1 black dice.
1 black,
that I
and you do
can't
have bomber
reroll.
command. Yeah.
Commence bombing run.
Hit crit.
Oh,
Assuming evade.
Yep.
So re-roll it.
Reroll
Yep. It worked last time. Standard hit this time.
But still.
Got a shield.
Better. So I'll take it on the shield.
Okay, and then you'll get a victory token. I'll just keep track in my head how many you're getting. So you got 1.
2. You get 1 little, didn't you?
No, you
No.
get
So I didn't get a hit last time.
Yeah, you didn't get a hit last time.
Okay, second one comes on in. Love the sound. Period. Engines.
So-
The twin ion engine.
They're always at
Yep.
held to the metal.
Yep. They never slow down for any reason.
Yeah, okay, here we go. And that's 1 hit, so do I choose to re-roll it? No, I do not.
Okay.
So
I'll just take it on the shield.
There's no shield.
There's no shield. Try taking on the shield.
So you're going to take a face down damage, or you got to burn the redirect to take it on the shield.
Oh, no. He can't use the face down, right?
Oh no, this is
Oh, that's-
the ship you're attacking here. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
damn, I wish that were face down. Yeah, I
Yep.
gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. So,
We've still got at least 1 more coming in. Well, actually 2.
1.
1 now.
Yep.
So.
there are blanks.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's also a hit.
There's also a hit crit.
You have the exact same reroll problem conundrum that I have.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's like the kissing your sister roll right there.
Okay, just made me sick, man.
Or your mother if you're Marty McFly.
Or if you're Lannister. Oh no.
Or if you're Lannister.
Okay. So, anyways, I am actually gonna burn the shield.
From the shield, alright, so redirect to the starboard side. Starboard shields go down to 1. But you still get a victory token because damage was dealt from an attack in the aft.
Yep, that's 2.
Yep, and then last bomber coming in.
Last but not least. Hit.
Regular hit.
I am not going to reroll.
And I'm not gonna let you either.
So I'm gonna save this.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so take a face down, and Buster, you get 3 victory tokens from those bombing runs.
Actually, I should have moved before doing that, but that's okay.
You can't.
Right, because it's before shooting.
No, you gotta.
Oh yeah, it was after shooting. No, yeah, it was after shooting. So technically,
Yeah, technically I'd already moved.
you would have already moved, but it wouldn't have changed anything.
Yeah.
With how this went down.
And, yeah, I'm going to put just one little click at the end. Are we still filming?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm thinking one little click at the end. I might hit a fighter, so Rob, be ready to...
Yeah, it might hit that TIE fighter swinging the butt out.
Yep.
Well, wait a second. Can I hit this thing? Hold on.
You go right.
I don't think you can turn hard enough, but you might be able to.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think
not
I can.
quite.
No, no,
Yeah. If you had to navigate and get a click at the one as another one, you might have been able to do it. Yep, you are going to clip that. All right, where do you want this TIE fighter going, Rob?
Wait, did I just land on the base?
No.
Okay. Yeah, where do you want it?
Yeah, right. So, what do you want? Yeah, the back corner towards Buster.
Yep. There's actually no bad spot.
No. All right. So it's a the command cruiser is going next. The Independence, and I'll be doing a broadside shot out.
What's the command?
The command, I'm sorry, is a focus fire, and Leia luckily gives me basically a token effect.
Yep.
So with it, so
As long as you don't do anything else, you just keep in mind you
And-
can't change your speed with your token.
and I
So,
don't plan on it.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. So long range shot with the command cruiser is 3 reds coming in to the front of the Star Destroyer. And accuracy and a crit. Doesn't look like they're in no way to mitigate dice. Okay.
Well, I have the concentrate fire token.
Oh yes, concentrate fire. So first off, adding in a red.
Mhm.
Yep, and actually that won't matter. Hang on. So you have a blank, I forgot. Yep. So adding in a red from concentrate fire, accuracy, and then re-roll with this. I'm guessing
Yes, please.
with the token that you get from Leia. Still a blank. But what are you locking down?
All right, so I'm going to lock down his. Well, I'm only doing 1 damage.
I don't think it matters. It's going to go to a shield.
It really doesn't matter, to be honest.
Well, it does though.
Yes, it does. I don't know that, but it doesn't.
You want to lock down both
Actually, I'm
redirects.
gonna look back. I was gonna say something. Lock
Yeah.
down both shields.
Yeah, both shields. So he has to take it on the front.
Right.
Yeah.
It
That's the only choice you
Right,
have.
have XI7.
Yeah.
So
What's that?
have XI7.
You can redirect one.
Right.
Yeah. XI7s don't help you if you only do 1 damage.
Yeah, this is the very last thing in the turn, right?
Well,
No, we still have your Gazanti.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So in that case, I am going to use a brace to half the damage. To
Half the damage?
25.
To 0.5, rounded down, so no damage. Right?
I wish, but...
Yep.
I wish that worked.
That's the way our house rules work with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And which bat rep was that I had?
Yes, exactly.
Alright, so now moving the Independence closer and trying to hopefully get a double Argon.
Yeah,
Next turn.
that might be.
Yeah, it's the
We'll
one.
just look for next turn and your first player. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely double.
I'll get opening salvo. As far as your command, taking a token. But before you do that, grab the medium range tool. Gazantis actually have guns on them.
Oh yeah, I'm going to shoot. I'm going to shoot that...
You might be in range, so your front's in range. Now check the side. Is the side in range? Because you do have arc.
Does it have to be from the side?
Yep. Oh, that is
I
just...
mean, it's laying on.
It is. Yep, we're getting cardboard to cardboard barely. So you get front to front and then side to side into
Yeah. It doesn't
the
matter.
90.
Actually, can I go front to side?
Let me see if you've got the angle. Yep, you can go front to side.
Yeah, even though
Yep.
the range is to the front.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So they're both going to the side. Because
Well, actually, let me check the make sure that the corner. It should be because if the front corners, yeah, it's in range.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's actually
Yep.
more so.
Yep.
Okay, so they're because I'm going to go to the side because the adjacent shields are both zero.
Are both
Just
insulting. He's 2 health left. He does have an evade to force a reroll.
Yeah, but it's already
Yep.
used.
Yep. So
You have to burn it.
yep. So first one. Is that hit?
So take a card.
Take a card.
Take a card.
Okay.
All right. So 1 health remaining. It's an accuracy and no way to reroll. He
It's not
survives.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
let's see.
You want to reroll that, Rob? Reroll that accuracy? Not. The insult didn't quite happen.
Not quite, but still very close.
Yes, very close. This is going to be a good shot, I think, Rob.
Yeah.
See no reason not to do this.
See what if the dice do.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we already did all that stuff. So
Yep.
I'm moving now, and more beautiful precision imperial.
Look at that precision flying, yes. I'm so glad to finally have an Imperial ally on the channel. All these rebels I've been surrounded by, with Rob, Social General Rob, Robbie, Albert. Everybody's a rebel, except now Buster is finally my allies on the channel.
That's because someone doesn't like to play rebels, so we have to play against him.
So we have,
One go.
Jan is the only one left. It's just going to be movement. Rob, where do you want Jan going?
I'm gonna have Jan going right behind Biggs.
Right behind Biggs. Okay. All right, so we will be back at the start of round 5. Okay, start of round 5. And things are, the conclusion is definitely going to be very intense. The big boys are now in range of each other. And Leia on the Independence has set up a double arc, potentially to go into Admiral Sloane. And over here we have Biggs and Jan finishing off this TIE fighter, but lo and behold, we have some reinforcements that ejected out of the Star Destroyer and Quasar's hangar bays. And of course the TIE bombers are pretty much free to do as they will.
Alright, we're going to be doing a risky movie here. It's going to be Janice Light. She used reinforced doors real quick to heal up all her damage. She's back up to
Full health on the hull.
Full hull damage, yeah. But she has a concentrated fire. And she's double arc Sloane on the side. She'll be firing from her there, and she will be.
So front and side shot into the side of the Star Destroyer. What do you want to do first? Side shot or front shot?
I will be doing the front shot first.
All right, 2 red and a blue. Got an accuracy and a hit.
Accuracy and a hit.
Did you want to do your concentrate fire on this one? And you have to do both the add dice and the reroll at the same time.
When do I do TRC?
You can do it right now if you want.
Or do I do it after the add or?
Any order you want.
I'm just
So.
wondering. So let's add the die first.
Okay, so red or blue?
It will be a red.
Concentrate fire in a red. It's a blank. And I'm assuming you're using the token from Leia to reroll one of the blanks?
Yes, please.
Come on, red dice. There's a crit.
Red, come in.
Then TRC.
Then the TRC is going to turn that into a double.
Into a double. Alright, so spend the evade.
Yep.
Make that a double. So what do you want to lock down then?
Well, I think, how many shields you have out right there?
3.
Three.
Yeah, Star Destroyer's only had taken 1 shield on the front. Everything else is full up.
I'm doing 4 damage. And what? Yep, I'm going to lock down the brace. I'm not the brace, but not the brace. No, contain. I bet.
Contain.
The contain?
Contain.
Contain will be down
Yep.
because I won't be able to shields. Let's lock down the brace.
Okay, climbing on the brace. So no bracing. You got 4 damage, but you can redirect
Yep.
to an adjacent hull zone.
Okay. Well, we'll redirect. I got 2 of those, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Use 1 redirect to the rear.
Okay. And take 2 on the side that got hit. Yeah, those things can be a little sticky sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's Imperial.
Yes, yes.
They don't want to move.
Yeah.
When they
Alright,
make
so
their stuff.
now for the
I don't think, yeah, because I want to save as many as I can
for the big hit.
for the
All right, so then red and blue from the side to
Right,
side.
Yep.
That hit.
Hit, and I am going to spend my evade to do TRC.
You cannot. TRC is an exhaustible card.
Well, darn. Okay.
Yep, so there. Yep.
So I get to keep my evade.
Yep. So nothing to be adjusted here, Buster. This is just 2 damage coming in.
I could brace it,
You could.
Good.
but then again, I need to brace the big stuff that's about to come in.
That'd probably be, a wiser move for the brace.
Yep.
But
And I can,
Redirect.
well, both these shots are coming in the front, right?
no, this is from the big ship. Yes.
Big ship,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. If you do nothing, you take 1 face down.
Yeah. I really do need to save those braces for the 2. Well, what is the front shot on this? Just 3? That's a really good roll for 2 dice. I'm
Yeah.
gonna brace it, take 1.
Brace it, take 1. Yep. So shields down on the starboard and the aft of the Star Destroyer.
That way I still have the brace for
Still have the brace
inside,
potentially.
Alright.
Yeah.
Janice Light is moving up ahead 4.
Doing a little inside turn here. This is just like kind of eyeballing a little bit, but it's close enough to be able to fit right in between and not ram anything.
Yep.
Nice and tight there.
Okay.
So we got the Gazanti.
Yeah, so Gazanti is shooting
It's
first.
a concentrate fire.
Yep. So the Gazanti can shoot at that thing.
Well, not you don't have any shots out the back.
Oh, I don't have shots
Yeah.
at the Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, he got out of your way.
Yeah, I didn't know that they didn't do that.
Yeah, you had those light shots lined up, and then he's like, but yeah,
Okay.
just barely got out of the way.
Well, shoot.
Flotilla is
fire,
like
save matches then. Because Carrier does have stuff out there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Janice is already moved. So
But that's okay. That's okay. I'll use this.
Now you can still shoot Bright Hope,
Yeah, I
and the
still
thing
wanna
is,
shoot
since
Bright
you have a
Hope, yeah.
concentrate fire, you get 2 dice, which could get past its damage reduction.
Yeah.
So-
And Bright Hope can only take 2 more.
Yeah, and you've got a squad
And I've
command.
got squad command
And
bomber
token
can come
to
in
make it
and
bomber then.
finish it.
Yeah.
So, what's it have left?
It has 2 health left, but it still has full defense tokens.
Yeah, but it can't use them when they're spent. Or if they,
Right,
so
can't
I
use
can
them
twice.
So yeah, can't use them twice.
Yeah. So you'll have them all the way to the bitter end. Now, can it reduces 1 damage always to 0?
Oh, it reduces 1 damage always to 0. Yes, if you're shooting it at the front or the sides.
So I'd have to get into rear.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's got the.
It's got 1 shield right
Dang.
there. Yeah, Bright Hope is the bane of Imperial players. It is very difficult to take out.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. I can actually use my squadron token before
Yes.
I shoot.
Yeah, that's actually the normal rules.
Yep. So I will
But, yes.
use my squadron
Yes.
token to activate.
Bring
so
a
do I
bomber
need to-
in.
Are we?
Yeah, we're live. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just
we're
like,
live, so just making sure.
Just getting the thing.
So I'm
going.
gonna use the squadron token to activate one of the bombers, and this one here is actually gonna go. Man, this is tough. Right here,
Okay.
and do a bomber.
All right, bomber shot into the after Bright Hope. Still has a shield there.
Oh, but I got bomber command.
Bomber command, yes.
There we
Hit
go. Hit crit. What are you gonna do?
Actually, they can't do anything.
Yeah, 'cause it's
oh, they're
rear.
over there. Sorry. I'm gonna make you re-roll it.
Yeah.
You roll it. Okay.
Need to roll the same thing. Ah,
Now to the blank.
to the blank. Okay.
All right. Well, then the Gazanti gets its shot
Yeah.
out the front to 1 blue.
And then I get to
And then you get to add a blue
add a blue.
after.
After?
Yeah,
Okay.
technically after the roll. Yeah.
Okay. And I get to add and because I use the dial. I get to add and reroll.
No, the reroll is only from the token.
Only from the
And the Rob was able to do that because Leia gets the
Leia.
benefit of a token
gotcha.
when you do just
Yeah.
1 command.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here goes front to side.
Yep, no shields on the side.
Anything else? No,
So
one hit.
and then the concentrate fire. You need another hit to get past Bright Hope. Damage reduction.
Got a crit.
And a
Got
crit. All right, Rob, do you scatter that? Actually, if you don't scatter that, you'll take a face up.
Right, yeah. Of course, let's scatter it.
Yep.
There's no, yeah.
Yep. So no damage, but
Okay.
now these are exhausted.
And it cannot be used.
Yeah, and just to remind everybody, he does have faulty countermeasures.
Right.
Okay.
Will the drunken party bus survive? I don't know. It's hanging in the balance. So ramming speed. Flotilla on flotilla.
And that sure looks like a ram to me.
Yep, and then you go back to the 1.
Yep. So, yep.
So both take your face down. Is that where you want? Yeah, you just put the 1 out, because that's where you'll land. So Bright Hope and then the Gazanti both take a face down.
Are we filming this?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that was it. Where are we? Okay.
There we go. Very good. All right, Rob.
I might not like it either.
Yeah.
Alright, so the Independence is on the move. Princess Leia told them to get it going. It's a navigate dial. I'll be doing a double arc from my front and my starboard side into his front arc of Sloane.
So you know, no shields here, no shields on the back, 3 on the front, 3 on the side, no damage yet on the All right, Rob, what are we attacking with first?
Well, let's go with the side shot first and see if we can bust some shields up.
3 red, 3 blue.
Yep, 3 red, 3 blue.
That was a great hit. Yep. No way to modify.
No, they're not. But, oh.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Well, okay, first of all, I'm going to lock down.
No, I can see.
I'm going to lock down this brace.
Yeah, locking down the brace.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Buster, what defense tokens are you spending?
What do we have there total?
This is going to be 6 damage.
6 damage.
Yeah.
When does this?
When you do crit effects. This is spend defense token stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can
It's the same as if you're doing APTs or something.
I can send
Yeah.
3 around to the side there.
Yep.
So.
But, well, actually, no, you can only send 1, because he has XI 7, so it's only lets you redirect 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ow.
So you are going to be taking some hull damage on this.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'll redirect 1. Can I use another redirect?
No, but you cannot use multiple of the same defense token.
That goes to 2.
And front shields go down.
I mean, there's nothing else I can do.
Here's something you need to decide, because before Rob makes his decision. You can choose to spend your contain to stop the standard crit.
Yep.
But just so you know, Rob has the option, he has a blue crit here where he can do overload pulse to exhaust all your defense tokens. But all your defense tokens are about to be exhausted anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So I would
Yeah, I
recommend
wanna
spending
use
the
the crit
contain
crit. Yeah,
to stop the potential standard crit. But
Yeah.
just so you know that you have to make the decision as a defender before the attacker makes his decision on which crit he wants to use.
Okay,
So-
I'm definitely deciding to continue the crit.
Yeah.
I
Okay, so then
definitely not want a crit.
it'll be 2 face down then on the hull. So that was actually a pretty decent hit. Not decent hit, that was a very fantastic hit.
Yeah.
And now set up for the front.
Shot.
A red and 2 blue.
Well,
3 crits. And no way to modify, so this is just as is, Buster.
Now I can burn stuff.
You can burn stuff.
Well, I
Yep.
have to.
I'm definitely not going to take 3 crits. So I can burn to contain, right?
Yep, so you can burn the contain, so you take no. It'll just be face down
Okay.
damage.
And burn brace, right? Or is it brace not? Brace hasn't been used yet. Or yeah, I
No.
used it once.
Yep, you used it on the previous
And it
tag.
would just take me down to 2 hits instead of 3.
Taking down to 2. Yep. Then you can burn a redirect to move 1 shield.
Yes, I'll
1 over
burn,
2
I'll burn a
shield.
redirect and move 1 over there.
Yep.
And that usually 2 damage, right?
2 damage, which would be 2 face down, unless you burn the brace, which you would take 1 face down.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
2 face down. I'll save the brace for.
Alright, 2 face down, so Star Destroyer has taken 4 damage, 7 health remaining.
Wow.
The Independence has put out its opening salvo.
Yes. Very, very effective.
Independence.
Yes,
Slow
very good
down.
chance.
And it's now taking a turn to go into the asteroid. Taking a face.
Taking a face up.
What's the face up?
The collision, yes. Capacitor failure. If a hull zone has no remaining shields, you cannot recover shields there or move shields to it. And if you're being attacked with a hull zone with no shields, you cannot spend your redirect tokens.
Wow.
Fortunately, you have full shields right now. You have not been attacked yet.
And activating the. Can I Star Destroyer? I have. What is that thing called again?
Concentrate fire.
Concentrate fire.
Yeah.
Concentrate fire. And I do have a squadron token, which I'm going to save for later in the turn. So I'm going to open up with shots on the side of the cigar.
Yeah, so we're going to do front to side, and
then the side shots are going to go
into Bright
Well,
Hope.
although I might do rear into...
You could do rear into Jaina's Light. Yeah.
Let's see which...
So this will be close range in the front, and the side shot will also be close range.
So those are black dice.
Or the rear shot would also be close range as well. So it's up to you.
This just needs one more hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take this thing out. So side shot into the side of that. More dice. So...
Okay. And then because of Flight Commander, he'll then spend his squadron token after he moves.
Yes.
So these defense tokens can't be used because of capacitor failure. Bright Hope only has 1 health remaining, no shields, plus needs 2 damage to get through the damage reduction. So
Got it.
yeah.
Okay. And this is all I got right here, right?
Yeah.
Well, I do have the shots, but I'm going to end up using
Right.
those on the...
Yeah. You probably want to save them for the big shot. Your concentrate shot.
And I get
And
2 hits.
Barely, but it was
Barely.
on a double. So that was it. The drunken party, it just took Buster's commanding to, I can't kill Bright Hope, but apparently Buster can.
Well, you can. No, you have.
When I was piloting it.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're piloting
When
it,
I
you know,
and
sabotage.
and I'm not going to even say that I did that on purpose, because maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Right.
So.
I'm still saying
That
sabotage.
is gone. Yay.
And now,
Okay, now for the big shot.
the big shot of the Star Destroyer Imperial 1 into an MC-80 command cruiser. Full shields everywhere, but 2 damage self-inflicted on the hull.
So I got 3 black, 3 red, 2 blue.
Mm-hmm. And then after you roll, you'll be able to concentrate fire in. Declare it's already in your dice pool.
And it's a concentrate fire, is adding a dice. That's all it
Yep, that's correct.
says. Okay. Make this shot count. Wow. Guess what I'm going to be doing with it?
Good. Now see, this is, guys, why my favorite upgrade in the ion slot is leading shots.
Yeah.
So would you like to add a dice first before you do the rerolls?
Yeah, I can add a blue dice, right?
Yep, you can.
Let's do that.
Wow, that's one of the worst rolls I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Look at all those blanks.
That's worse than me.
Yeah, that was terrible. Okay.
Oh,
Now you,
wow.
well, at least you have a regular hit you can burn to reroll all those
But
blanks.
I do need to. I need to.
You
do
gotta
that.
do it.
I gotta do it. There's no way out. So I'm gonna burn the blue.
Yep. Rerolling a number. So.
And reroll all the rest of the dice.
Yep.
And hope we get some decent stuff out of this. Oh wow!
What in the world, Buster?
Oh, gosh.
This is supposed to be your debut on the channel. You finally get to shoot with the Star Destroyer.
Yeah, but
First
it's a big
red
ship.
shot.
I'm better with the fighters.
That is true. That is true.
All right. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's what you got coming in, Rob.
Yeah. Yes, I do got it.
Yeah, it's
you can-
6 damage.
Yeah, you can brace that down easy.
I'm definitely bracing it, yes.
Yeah. So brace to 3
Yeah.
and redirect.
Redirecting it.
Yeah. Now you have advanced projector, so you can send that to any
right.
hull
So it's
zone.
going to be the opposite hole zone by Buster there.
Yeah. Just put 3 there.
Yep.
Yeah, so port side takes a 3 damage. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, that was. I was excited too because I mean I'm Imperial. I love Star
Yeah.
Destroyers. So I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty anticlimactic.
And very anticlimactic. Yeah.
And I guess they were cheering
Again.
that they destroyed the flotilla.
We killed the flotilla, and they were just lost their targeting parameters or something. I don't know what happened.
Somebody didn't shoot.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
Because I've been drinking.
But we all know that going 2 is going to run.
Yep. So we're doing a ram.
So I'm going to actually turn 1 at 1. And,
But you gotta bounce back.
No, he's going 2, and he's bouncing back at the 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm not going to hit those asteroids, I guess.
Yep.
So this thing.
You're not going to hit that. You're just going to be.
Let me just.
No, he's trying to measure around it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm just
You're
gonna-
actually. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yep, very good.
Okay, so let's see. Are we filming this? Or?
Yep. Yep. We're good. Yep.
Mm.
Some people know the. So both take it face down. So Independence now has 3 damage, 5 health left, even though the shields still have not been breached. And the Star Destroyer has taken 5 damage with 6 health remaining. And now you can spend your squadron token.
Where'd
Where'd you put
oh, there
that?
it is, right here. I put it.
Yeah. To activate a squadron.
Yeah,
because
it's
of
not going to
flag-
be the squadron I
flag
want
commander.
because none are within range. Or none, the one I want is not in range.
So you might get that bomber.
No,
Oh, no, just out.
yeah,
Yeah.
just out. So the bombers are out of range, which is what I really needed. So that really bites for this
But
turn.
just keep in mind, you've got Sloane, so even your
Yeah.
fighters are effective attacking ships.
Yes, which is
So-
what I'm about to do. I'm about
Hey, gotta remind him of his cards. It's first time back in a year and a half, so. Ralph's giving me a look like, don't remind him about Sloane.
Here I am, biting my lip, trying to be honest.
Yeah, no. So,
Sloane, my nemesis.
yeah, I'm looking for victory points here. So, although you have no other activation, my next activation is going to be the carrier, isn't it?
Yep, it's all. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
activation advantage now.
Yeah. But the bombers can't do jack.
Yeah, they're out of position for this round. You have to move them in the squad phase for
In
the
that
final
case,
round.
I'm actually going to hold off.
So save the squad token.
Save the squad token
Yeah.
because there's no. The carrier's about to activate all 4 of the ones that can be activated. So
Okay.
there's no point in doing
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Actually. Okay.
So next up, is it
Yep.
is it shooting?
So the Quasar is a squadron. Gonna grab these TIE fighters, I'm guessing, right
Yeah,
here.
and I'm actually going to use the TIE fighters first. Oh yeah, they have to land on there.
They have to land on there to do the healing.
Yeah.
But
And
now, just so you guys know, as you guys are, let me get a better view here. This TIE fighter down here at the bottom of the screen is being locked down by several people.
So
He's kind of a sacrificial lamb.
he's going to go first.
Yep. And then these ones, he will probably, guessing he's going to send them in to do quote unquote bombing runs, maybe.
I'm
So,
going to shoot into that.
try to take out one. I still got Biggs, I still got Jan.
And I got
We got
Two.
two.
and I don't get swarmed.
Yep.
So what's going to happen there?
Wait till you get a.
I mean, I have nothing I can do to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yep.
So, Jan should be back up to 4. And nothing else is coming in. Or
Well, he still
Yeah,
has
there's
three
still
TIE
three
fighters
more
that he
TIE
could
fighters.
send in.
You're right, so.
If you don't do anything, it's dead.
No, I know. I'm
Yeah.
just thinking. I do have a counter too.
So you can brace it to 1.
If I press it to 1, it's still. Wait, which
No,
one?
brace it to one, then
And
Biggs
then move it.
over to another. Biggs it to Biggs. Biggs takes the damage.
Yeah, Biggs will take damage. Yep. We'll have
So
that.
Jan, brace it to 1, and then Biggs takes the damage. So Biggs, first damage Biggs is taken,
Yep.
and then get the counter back with 1.
So the Falcon has the counter.
Yep. Standard YTs have counters, so that
That is nice.
Yep.
Yep.
So fortunately, that was a full health TIE fighter. All right. So what's our next TIE we're activating?
Okay. Now let's go after ships. I'm going after victory points here. So, yeah. This thing's going to.
Alright, so the TIE fighter on the far left of your screen that's right next to the flotilla is going into the aft of Jaina's Light. Full health, but no shields on the back, and does have an evade left though.
Does
So
have
one
evade?
blue.
Oh, is it one? Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
One blue.
Mhm. And you can reroll that with Sloane because you're attacking
Oh,
a ship,
That's right. Yep.
and
yeah.
1 damage.
So what do you do?
You have-
roll it,
You can burn your evade to reroll it.
or you can take the damage.
I'll burn it to roll.
Burn it to reroll?
Nope.
Nope.
And that one doesn't count.
Yep.
And no damage was done. So
No damage was done, so no victory points. But now there's no more defense tokens on Jaina's Light.
So the second one comes in.
I have a feeling the remaining TIE fighters are going here, like Buster said, for his victory points.
Got it.
1 damage,
And
so
there's
1
nothing that
face
can be
down.
done.
Yep.
And then the last.
And a victory token.
Oh, have I done the Quasar shooting yet?
Nope.
No, the shooting's after this.
Yep, you're doing the squads first this
Yeah,
time.
Squads first and shoot.
It's weird when you have options of doing the order,
Yeah.
flight commander. You get confused. I'm like, which way am I doing this?
And I can reroll.
So
No, I
you can't
re-
reroll the accuracy, and the accuracy actually doesn't help because he has no more defense
No,
tokens. So that's
right.
actually kind of funny that
Yeah.
happened.
But still, so
So now the Quasar gets to shoot.
okay. Quasar has him double arced.
Yep, aft and side.
Yeah. So
So your side arc can shoot him in the aft.
yeah,
Yep,
you
you've
should
got
all
a
do
clear
it
line
and the aft to the side.
to the side. Yeah.
Okay, so side arc. Let's do aft to side first. Aft to side. That looks like 2 blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it's just 1 blue.
Oh no, 1 blue. One
Yeah.
blue. No, aft to side's 1 blue, and then 2 blue on
Yeah.
the side to aft.
Yeah, and he does have 1 shield there, so you're basically just going to be dropping that shield with the aft shot.
Yeah.
So,
Is there anything else I can do with that? There's nothing else.
You can shoot.
Oh, I can go after front.
yes, actually, you do have yellow dot to yellow dot there.
Yep.
Yep, after front,
I'll go
actually.
after front.
Yep. That is a clear line of sight.
After front.
I know you guys seeing this from a distance, but yeah, that is definitely a clear.
That's a hit. Anything you can do about that?
Nope, so just face down.
Okay. And then last but not least,
Now this is 2 blue into the aft. Yeah.
side to aft.
Yeah.
And the Quasar doesn't have any magic. And crit and hit.
Hit crit,
That's
that
enough.
kills it and gives a victory token.
Oh.
You can flip that to the other side.
Yeah. Okay, so are we rolling?
Yep, we are.
Be nice if I stayed on the base, but I'm not. And
And we'll be hitting this TIE fighter.
hopefully not the asteroid.
Barely missing the refield. And where would you like this tie, Rob?
Oh, I think I'll put it. No, actually, I think I will put it at the front.
Okay.
Keep it locked down so you can attack it and try to
That's
kill
right,
it.
yeah. So I make a joke out and realize it's not a joke.
Yep, that's actually because he's still trapped by this. These YTs still alive. It's still alive. So bombers are going to be moving in squadron phase.
Yeah.
You want to do this attack real quick?
Yeah, we'll do that one there.
So YT.
I'll just move the bomb.
All right. YT does kill it. Got 2 hits. So, and then the rest is going to be movement. I'll show you guys where everybody moves at the start of the final round, round 6. So, start of round 6. The TIE bombers just moved to getting closer to the fleet. This here is actually an interesting situation. The Star Destroyer has 1 shield remaining, only 6 health left, and we were discussing that all Rob needs is an accuracy to stop the brace, and then 7 damage to drop Sloane, and that'd be a massive point swing. The remaining squads, though, are moving away because they're in a kill box, you could say, of flak. So trying to save points here, trying to get out of range of flak potential. This could be an interesting round 6. There could be a potential point swing. Obviously, the Empire's in the lead right now, but if the Star Destroyer goes down, that is a lot of points going to Rob.
Alright, so the Independence is up. It's focus fire dial. And I will not be using Leia's ability because I will need to use a navigate token to move a little faster.
Yep.
So get away from this asteroid.
Yep.
More than likely.
Yeah, so we're going to get side to front, and this is going to be the telling point.
Yep.
We need an accuracy and 7 damage. Can he do it?
Not a lot of hits.
Yes. So 3 red, 3 blue to start.
Yep.
Wow. So you got the accuracy. We've got 5 damage. There's crits in here. And concentrate fire.
I will add in the red. Please.
Add in the red. If he gets a double, Sloane goes down. Oh my goodness, he did it!
5, 6, 7.
Is that it? Yeah.
Actually, just redirect the 1. I'll have
Redirect the
6,
1. And just double check that it did the count right. You only have 6 health left, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6
Is 11. Wow, exactly what he needed. Leia drops Sloane. As you said, the board looks so empty now. It's like, I feel so sad. But, wow, Leia pulling it out.
Beautiful shot, Princess Leia.
Yes.
I think she actually floated outside and directed the fire
From space. Yeah, she was doing the targeting herself.
Again,
Floating in space.
the center A or May. I hate that part. Anyway.
So we are not, I'm assuming, using the token to speed up to 2 to
Right.
try to
Definitely.
avoid
Yeah.
this asteroid.
Mm-hmm.
And you're basically going to have to do a turn like this to try to swing yourself out.
Yep. Yep.
Which I think that will let you clear it. Yep, let
Yep.
you clear.
Hey, you learned some from the Imperial.
Yes. Now we can see Lester gets to respond. Can he do any more droppage to try to
Yeah.
recover from that massive points hit he just took?
Yeah, so basically it's my 2 main ships are
Yep.
about to go.
Yeah, we'll just go and leave it here. I won't do
No, I
any
don't
cutting.
have the
So.
Admiral anymore.
Yep.
So to reroll missiles on fighters. So.
Yep.
Well,
Artifact ship.
I'm going to go ahead and let's get that last Falcon out of here. Can I actually get?
I wish I had 2 Millennium Falcons there, but I really do.
Yeah, there's nothing. So I'm going to actually activate the carrier first.
Okay, so who we got for the carrier?
And the carrier is a squadron.
No. Yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing.
So
We get 5.
bombers commence bombing run.
Yes, so we got all the TIE bombers And there is an aft section, and there are victory points to be had.
That's
Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do.
that's gonna be the.
Yeah.
So I think they're all. Let me double check. They're all activational from there. One bomber was going to be out of range. The other three will go, and then I've got two more fighters that we're going to do other things. So,
Okay.
although I'm going to move first.
Yeah, if you want to do the move first, you could angle in.
So
to
what I'm
get
going to do is I'm
bomber.
going to go ahead and shoot first, do my move, and then move my bombers.
Okay, so flat shot.
Shoot first. That's one blue.
Yep, I'm just going to roll it here. I'm not going to cut to the. We're getting near the end.
Okay.
Just one damage, no bigs range. Got it.
Yeah.
YT goes down.
Okay.
All right, and now do your move.
Never mind.
Yeah. And the move is a 2. Just need to avoid hitting. Do I have any magical?
Rob wants to counter on ships now with YTs.
Yeah, why not? Well, with any fighter.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting thing that we were talking to AMA with Wedge or Hera, that
Oh yeah.
your fighters with counter can
There you
counter
go.
against ships.
That would be
That'd
kind of cool.
unique.
Yeah,
ability.
definitely with Wedge,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a great Wedge one, I think.
And now with that magical move that carrier learned from
Yep.
Sloane, Admiral Sloane.
Yeah, so you're not gonna get the fighters now, but you get all the bombers.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
So, bomb lot at number 1.
And actually, I'm just gonna leave it here. We'll just do this all here.
So I just need one at a time.
Yep, one at a time.
And I got bomber commands.
Yeah, bomber command.
So reroll things I don't like. One hit.
One hit.
What do you do?
Can you roll?
I'm not gonna do it.
No.
Okay. Hey, you never know.
Yep.
You could go for a quick move. I'm not the brace. Wait, is my back?
Yep.
On
And
the.
I have shields back there, right?
Yep. Just take it.
Single shield.
Yep.
And there's nothing. It's just points. I'm not trying to.
Right,
Yeah, it's just points. Yeah,
I know.
I don't even think statistically you can get enough damage to kill.
No.
thing, So,
Well,
so it actually doesn't even really matter.
I
It's just
don't
to see if
want
you
to
get
go
hits.
damage if I can.
Got another hit.
One on our hit.
Shield there. If there's a shield
Yeah.
there, take it.
Yep. Fourth one.
Another hit.
Another hit.
Yeah, we'll redirect that.
Yep.
Because,
Take it, redirect it. Which
Redirect
side?
it.
Where the force shields are.
well, I can redirect it anywhere.
Yeah. Well, there's 4 there.
I'll redirect to the front.
Front. Okay.
Front has one there.
Front has 4 as well.
Yeah, so I just do front.
Okay. Well, this ship's not used to taking damage in front either. And last but not least,
Yep. And yep. So far 3 victory tokens and 4 victory tokens. So it
Which
all
the front again.
front again.
front again with redirect with advanced projectors.
Okay.
All right, and then let's go and do your Gazanti. Well, again, we're just gonna keep it all here. It's
Well, yeah. There's nothing else to do.
nothing else to do.
Yep. And then, so Zanti is gonna just shoot. He's got 2 shots. It doesn't really matter. I mean, there's nothing he can
Yeah,
do.
you're not gonna kill anything. The only thing that would matter is if you can get the TIE fighters into an aft arc, assuming it's a squadron command.
Yeah. So I'm actually, yeah, it is a squadron command, and so it's gonna send these 3 TIE fighters.
It's just gonna see. I don't know if they can get there though. It's gonna be
It's
close.
gonna be close. I don't think they can get there either. Nope, they cannot get there.
All right, so actually that's gonna be it.
Yeah,
And
because
just
nothing else
close-
matters.
Nothing else matters. These guys are moving away. They won't die. We'll tally up points. I think it's going to be close. I predict maybe Imperial, but again, you guys all know Star Destroyers are very expensive.
So I think I have a Star Destroyer number.
Yeah, lots of victory tokens
Victory tokens here.
that the Empire was able to rack up. So
9.
we'll tally those up, and we'll be back for the post-game interview.
9, 10.
Okay, so that was a pretty brutal match, a fun match.
Yes.
The final score came out to the Rebels got 230 points, and the Imperials got 313. And a big part of that, you guys will see down there, was the victory tokens, 135 points of victory tokens. That swung it. That pretty much made up for the loss of the Star Destroyer. So, Buster, I'll let you start with your thoughts first. Your thoughts on the match and also just being back finally after a year and a half being able to play. So.
Yeah, I made some serious mistakes throughout, but the basic plan worked. My fighter screen was able to tie up his fighter screen, allowing my bombers to run around in the rear of his bigger ships. I can tell you that the elusiveness of his small capital ships made it really hard to score any points there.
Yes.
But just the number of opportunities I had unencumbered by any rebel fighter pilots and escorts allowed me to continue to hammer away, so I was able to get 9 victory tokens there,
Yeah.
which was key
Yeah.
to the victory. Admiral Sloane, she realized before she had her executive escape pod staged to abandon ship,
Abandoned ship, yeah.
she realized that the best chance for victory in this skirmish was to sacrifice the Star Destroyer. And she's heard rumors that there are thousands of them being built and hidden on some planet somewhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she had no
A
problem.
previous Grand Admiral
Right.
is also,
Yeah.
so,
So she had no problem sacrificing a puny Star Destroyer for
Yes.
victory in this engagement.
yeah, very imperial.
Very
Very imperial. Rob.
It was a fun game. It really was. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed my Biggs ball. The YTs really prolonged that ball.
Mm-hmm.
They really did. And yes, it was great that I actually was able to stop and kill off like these interceptors, for instance, which actually took more of a toll than your other players. Those interceptors were really annoying. They were like my A-wings in a way.
Yeah, they are
yeah.
exactly like A-wings
Yeah.
as far as like the counter 2 back.
Yeah.
It's you don't want to shoot at them because they can just get you back. So and then combined with Howl Runner, you're in counter 3.
Right.
So when Howl Runner's around. So
But luckily I took her out quickly.
yes. Just
And-
those of you that might be confused, it's like how did they get counter 3 with Howl Runner? Howl Runner they get to add dice to attacks if they're nearby Howl Runner, and a counter is considered an attack, so just something to keep in mind. That's why you can reroll counters with Swarm, with Torn Far, so counters are considered attacks. So TIE interceptors with Howl Runner are very deadly and very difficult to deal with.
And I can tell you at the time, after the initial scrum, I thought to myself, I really sent my fighters out to engage too soon because I didn't really have the backup. But
Yeah.
as it worked out, again, it tied up his fighter fleet. So it had the same net effect
Right.
as if I'd
The
waited.
key
another
was keeping your bombers back.
Yes. Yeah.
That was the key.
Keeping the bombers in reserve so the rock couldn't get to
Right.
it.
Your fighters were the stream that they should have been.
Yep.
And that's what they did. Keep your fighters back, your bombers, back. That was the key that you needed to do. And you did. And when you saw me coming around, you're like, oh, I'm just going to move them over here a little bit. Keep them within, range of your ships. That's all you had to do.
Yeah. And they were staged to be able to go after Bright Hope and Jaina's Light, and then
Right.
they came around.
Exactly. You didn't need to bring them in at all.
Yeah.
Towards the fighter screen, the big ball. The big ball was out of range, unfortunately, of any command ships that could actually help them, because of the movement that I had to do and such maneuvers. I liked Independence title, but it should not have been used. I should have went with Defiance, like I was originally was going to. As I say, go your gut feeling, guys. Really, go your gut feeling, because it would really work. And my Overload Pulse, I didn't get a chance to use. It did actually.
Well, Overload Pulse
threatened.
Threatened it, and
yeah.
so Overload Pulse it's not the greatest ion.
No.
It used to be a fantastic combo with the Avenger title before Avenger got nerfed, because you'd hit a ship with Overload Pulse, and it's also their defense tokens, and then you hit that with Avenger, which they can't spend defense tokens. Now that Avenger's gotten nerfed, Overload Pulse is so difficult to be effective to use it now, especially because the crit effect happens after the opponent gets to spend their defense tokens.
Right, which
So if they see that coming,
Exactly.
they're like, well, I'm just going to spend all my defense tokens anyway, you're going to exhaust them no matter what.
which
So
actually happened.
that's what happened to this
Right.
thing. So.
Of course, it would happen naturally. So
Naturally anyway, yeah.
Right, yeah.
So it's one of those ion upgrades that I wish it was better. I think if it was cheaper, it would see more use. But for 8 points for what it does, I don't think it's worth it.
No. So that was another thing. But the XI-7 was crucial.
No, it's huge. That's actually without those, then I don't think the Star Destroyer dies without the ability to stop the redirects from happening. So
And then even though Janice went around, and brought, why are you on the side like that? I needed to get in there. I knew I needed to get the hits in there on the Destroyer. I knew I needed to get in there. Now I was trying to get her out. Unfortunately, those bombers are stayed just right. And so your other fighters. And then, they can move. TIEs can move.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. And I was going speed 4. I was going full speed. And I still couldn't even get away from them. So that was crucial. Really was. The TRC, shot into your side was actually good too. So I enjoyed this. I really did. Unfortunately,
Well, it's a classic TRC 90.
Yep.
Janus Light with TRCs.
Yeah.
So your 98 people wear those all the time.
The blast
The reinforced blast doors were key. I mean, kept it alive where you did 3 damage.
You had to kill it twice, basically.
Had to kill it twice.
Yeah, and I actually was smiling the whole entire time. And I was like, oh no, you're dead. Oh no, you see?
Mm-hmm.
It was it.
Yep.
Next thing you know, he's like, wait, what?
Although we did come one die roll away from the escort.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Gazanti
Gazantis.
almost stole your
Right.
thunder.
It did. It almost
It got the 1 damage on the first hit, 1 damage left, and then rolled in an accuracy with no way to reroll it. It was like that.
Accuracy was normal. Yep.
I love it when Gazantis get to insult people and kill ships.
Oh yes.
Because they're not supposed. That's not their role. But it's just
No, but it's awesome when
yeah.
it does it.
And the Republic can't, or the Rebellion can't do that because
Well,
these flotillas don't have
they can.
cannons.
The most
So,
expensive one can. The other
Yeah.
one can.
The counter it has one out the front,
Yeah.
and
But-
you don't hardly ever see it because it's not worth the cost.
No, it's not. But and then the drunken party bus unfortunately went down under my command this time.
I just took a new Imperial commander. I need to discuss with Buster after this to see like, right, how did you take out this drunken party bus for my future bat reps? So yeah, this thing has evaded. Like, I know how to get the accuracies. So
We actually had sniffers on board that targeted the alcohol.
oh yes,
That's what
yes.
you did. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's the way to do it. See, Ben's just thinking too much of tactical.
Yes.
Okay, no, let's get those stickers and
Yep.
everything.
Yep.
Trace
I
it.
can tell you the one swap out I would do, well, one of a couple maybe, but the one that I know I would do right now, and we talked about it, was swapping out some of the Imperial fighters for escort fighters.
Yep. So
That way you could protect.
Hell Runner.
Hell Runner.
And the
Yeah.
so could put a couple advanced in there and swap out some other ones.
Yeah.
That way your opponent has to get through the escort advanced first, keeps Hell Runner alive that much longer, keeps your interceptors alive
Right.
that much longer. So that would then just be it, and that's an easy adjustment because they're only you could actually drop 2 TIE fighters and maybe 1 or 2 upgrades that are just kind of redundant, and then you can fit 2 TIE advanced into this list.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Now, what I would think, I really think that any standard 3-ship Rebel fleet would have just crumpled to what the Empire brought out today, and I think, quite frankly, any 3-ship Imperial fleet would have crumbled to what Rob brought out
Yes.
for the Rebels today.
Yeah.
And if anyone thinks otherwise, we definitely would love to hear your idea of
Yes,
3
please.
Rebel or Imperial ships
Mhm.
that could stand up against a combined armed swarm, such as what
Right.
we feel
Yes.
today.
Yeah.
And those watching, you guys know how deadly Sloane is. She's probably one of the,
I do.
Ron's my favorite. Sloane's easily the second favorite, but I know Sloane is the favorite of many Imperial players around the world. She's devastating
She is.
to play against, but we did kind of have a counter to it with
Yeah.
this really thick Biggs ball. I didn't even
Yeah.
consider using YTs as well, just to be damage things.
I just saw them and
Yeah.
I was like, why would I try? I haven't tried this before.
Yeah.
They're slow.
Yeah.
That is the problem. So what I did was I sent them out first when I deployed. I put them out the furthest, and then I put people behind them.
And then
So
you ran
that-
over them with the big right hook.
Yeah. But besides
when
that,
you do that, you put them to the side
But
when you're deploying them, so you
besides
don't
that-
run over them.
besides the general tactic, anyways, was to play leapfrog over them. I'm not talking about Bright Hope. I'm talking about the other squadrons.
The right hook did leapfrog over
You
them.
threw them. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But the other squadrons like Jan and Biggs and the other squads, but they could go over them and then line up the way they should be, where the white tees would be back in the back to the sides, and maybe like a triangle kind of version, like a V kind of thing, like a backwards V. Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
but
Smoke of death.
but as you were saying, if Rob brought this list against another Imperial list that didn't have the Sloane Swarm, a different build, the Imperial players in big trouble.
In big trouble.
Facing this Rebel squad with this was like they were both like perfect counters to each other.
Yes.
That if facing anything else would I think dominate the battlefield.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
It'd be very interesting. You'd have to have something small to take care of this.
Yeah.
Again, it goes to show combined arms usually win.
Yes, combined
Yes,
yeah.
definitely does.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, if we had more white tees, I probably would exchange the two Z95s for another white tee.
Yeah, I only have 2 YTs.
You know, but I
No,
probably
I think you're because while one of those things that I call
Z95.
Falcons, but while the 1300s,
YTs,
yeah, while the YTs have all the hit points, they also have a counter. So
Yes.
when you
Yes.
go out there to shoot them, and it's going to be usually later in the game,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be not wanting to get that counter shot.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you
Exactly.
have that TIE
Especially,
fighter
especially
formation.
as an Imperial player with
Yeah.
low health fighters.
Yeah, you
So,
got that TIE fighter thinking they're coming in for the easy kill, knocks out the YT,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, it's dead too.
Yeah.
So, and having two of them, I think, was just about right.
yeah.
So you got
Because
very
I
bad.
almost think you take out the Z95s and put in another X-Wing.
Yes.
I actually had that originally, and
To have 5 X-Wings instead of...
decided to change it. Of course, the X-Wing I had in there was Luke Skywalker, which actually put me over points.
Yeah, Rob's initial list was 136 point squadrons, 134,
So I had to
so we had to do some adjustments.
I do
but-
some adjustments, and I went, oh, what? I can put 2 more fighters.
Yeah, but then, unfortunately with this setup, the Z95s don't benefit from the setup because they're not
No.
escort, and you saw how fast they died.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that was
the
a
reason.
mistake of mine, because what they were originally supposed to do was to stay by the Z95s, so the Z95s are escort.
I mean, keep the Z95s near the X-wings, so the X-wings
I'm sorry,
escort.
my bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually by the YTs.
Or just any escort.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my reasons I said by YTs, because if you came around, so if you want to target YT.
Yeah.
So you can get rid of that meat shield out of the way.
Mhm.
Well, guess what? You had the Z95 hitting you at the same time.
Right.
So that was kind of like, but unfortunately I just shot them out and tried to go for Hollander. But
Well, it worked, you got her.
yeah, I did. But now, but so they should have stayed at their vanguard position and stayed back there and actually taken care of the YTs. Now that means more ships, my squadrons have been hit. I mean, there'll be more hits on my
That's what you want them to get. You don't want the Z95s being hit.
Mhm.
You want your escort. That's the whole point of this ball. That's why I'm saying I don't know if the Z95s are beneficial here.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Another
Yeah,
fifth X-wing, I think, would be better,
Yeah.
just because that's just even more damage soaking,
Mhm.
and more reliable damage with 4 blues as opposed to 3 reds, and being a
Right.
bomber as well.
Yeah.
So,
Torn Far can help them.
and Torn 4 can't help Z95s because it's red dice, Torn 4 is
No.
blue dice only.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think 1 X-wing is better than 2 Z95s in this particular.
Well, what about another YT? What do you think about another YT?
The only thing about another YT is that it's so slow,
Yeah.
and its damage output is so much lower
Right.
than an X-wing.
Right.
And because the threat of the X-wing bomber, when you
Right.
have bomber command,
Right.
they're multi-role fighters.
Mhm.
So not only can they do serious anti-squad work, if your opponent is not careful in locking them down, they can then roll up and start doing bombing runs. And
Right.
with red dice, with rerolls, potentially get those doubles.
Yeah.
Which is why this rebel force, while it would be slower to engage than an Imperial fighter force,
Right.
this rebel force would be in the rear and just tearing up
Yeah.
capital ships
Yes.
if they didn't have fighter coverage.
Yeah, it'll be
Right.
a late game nightmare for
Yeah.
the opponent.
Right.
So, yeah.
And yeah.
So,
So I mean, I think
that's good though. No, that's a good modifications out of
Yeah, yeah.
and again, the thing that I think gave the Empire just a slight advantage in this game is while I overextended, I hit first.
Yeah.
So I was able to whittle away
Yeah.
and then work you from the edge.
Right.
And so eliminate some of your counterpunch, because that
Right.
limited counterpunch you did have was
Right.
devastating. I
Oh,
mean, just
yes.
imagine if you'd hit first with your full
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
if you would have, if Robin was able to strike 1st,
Mhm.
he could have dropped half your squadrons before
Yeah.
he could even do anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was
So
a-
I had to strike first. I had to strike hard,
Yeah.
and I saw that opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
But whew, I regretted it when that last phantom went.
Right.
Like, oh man.
Yeah, it was also Russ and I both were so disappointed because I mean we love the Empire, and I was like, I'm looking forward to. I love it whenever I get to bring my Titan interceptors back for Reserve Hangar Dead.
Right.
But as they're dropping, I was like, oh, grab the 5 real quick. Nah, you're out of range.
Out of range, yeah.
These interceptors are dead. But that was unfortunate. But
But no, I mean, it was. I like the fleet. I really do that. I played today. Obviously, there's some changes I'll be making to it, just like most of the changes they make to his.
but not much.
Not
Like I
much,
said,
no.
just add an X-wing, drop the Z95s.
Mhm.
Over here, put Defiance
Change the
Sith
title.
Independence.
That's one.
And I would actually put maybe HIEs or leading shots instead of the overload costs. And
Yes,
then you've
I
got a
think-
really solid
Think
fleet.
about leading shots.
Because although your kill shot was exactly perfect without rerolls,
Right.
I still like having leading shots just in case.
Yep.
I mean, every once in a while you roll 5 blanks.
5 blanks.
Out of, like 9
And then you
dice.
re-roll into 3 blanks.
It happens every
It
once in a
happens
while.
every once in
It
a
is
while.
a dice game.
Oh, once in a while?
It might have happened in this game.
It happens a lot often to me. This is once in a while it happens. I did roll though.
Yeah.
So, but no, it was good. It was a great battle. And Buster, always fun. Doing battles connections,
Yep.
great.
So glad to finally have you
Yeah.
back playing Armada
Yeah.
and on the channel finally.
Yes.
And hopefully get you on here more often.
Oh, yes, yeah.
One thing that Rob and I talked about in the AMA, which you guys were seeing yesterday, and I'll just talk to you about it now. I'm going to try in the fall, because I know my schedule for sure this summer it won't happen, but maybe once a month get together with Carrie and Albert as well and restart our Rebellion in the Rim campaign
That
and
would be
film that.
amazing.
That was
Start
fun.
from scratch.
Start from
Yeah.
scratch.
Yeah.
And do pick a Saturday a month, film a whole bunch of battles in a row that I can then release slowly, and then the next month film more. So hopefully in the fall we can get that to work, because we love Rebellion in the Room. That's our favorite way to play. We love narrative play the best. It's the best.
Yeah, so
So
it's great.
And I'm definitely going to go back to my carrier fleet.
Yes.
When we restarted Rebellion on the Rim, I started with just a normal capital ship fleet. I was not.
Yep. And yeah. Buster's a man after my own heart. We both love squadron play. We love running the carriers with squads. That's just our.
I can tell you the one rebel force that I found devastating, and you all know this. I'm a noob on this. This is not going to be a surprise to anyone that's watching this channel probably. Is the one that had 2 of these? What are they called? The Organa ships.
2 CR90s.
2 CR90s and 2 hammerheads.
Yeah.
It was two CR90s with TRCs and 2 hammerheads with ordnance experts and expanded launchers, and yeah. It was an MSU fleet, but they're glass cannons that were fast, and they get hit hard.
They literally were just flanking. I could not maneuver the capital ships.
No.
Enough, even using maneuver tokens. I could not maneuver to get the shot I needed to take them out.
Wow.
And especially with the new evades.
Yeah.
It makes it even more
Yeah,
difficult.
with the way the evades work now, it makes small ships so much more survivable. I love that change.
So that would be a gnarly
fleet, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So hopefully, guys, in the fall we'll be able to start get that restarted and get the scheduling worked out and the logistics. So I really look forward to that in the fall. So again, Buster, so glad to have you on the channel.
Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh no, thank you, Mike.
And for the question for the giveaway, I'm going to just go a little bit off from the standard that I'm doing. We're talking about ships and what you since this is Buster's debut, just guys comment basically what you thought about Buster's debut, his play, his squad play, all that good stuff.
His banshees, as I like to call it.
Yes.
Screaming banshees coming at me.
Screaming banshees.
And when we do our next AMA in July, we might have Buster, and you guys can basically ask where we get the nickname Banshee from. I'm not going to tell you now.
Nope.
But maybe somebody can figure it out.
Maybe
somebody can figure it out.
Yeah.
So anyway, so just comment in the comments below about that. Just talking about this Batrep, the debut for Buster, and just a reminder that is to win the giveaway provided by Admiral Tater Ship Shop, the Venator expansion pack. All right, so Rob, Buster, it was a great game. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and thank you for roughing it and
I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
It was great time.
Yes,
it was. Always
Thank you very much. Great.
Yes, thank you too.
Yeah.
I was sweating.
It was very close. Very
close.
So, well, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, take it easy.